started off last time, we ended with you guys helping Rickel to solve a bit of a problem with the rustwyrms in his tavern. He offered kind of a bit of a patronage, kind of just giving you guns momentarily if you would go and, on his behalf, try and fix this problem, which he will be able to give you a bit more information on. We kind of ended at the end of combat and we wrap things up. We're not going to be skipping too far ahead, pretty much picking up in the aftermath of what happened there. Is there anything we need to talk about before we start? Questions or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. So, we ended with you guys getting access to the room here and the workshop and bit of within reason free drinks, and that's where we kind of left off. There were a couple of gnomes that were a couple of fixers that were definitely going home after all the trouble that had come from the combat there, and eventually before too long it's just kind of you guys and maybe one or two interested onlookers from outside, but Rickel kind of quickly goes over and change around the entrance sign, closed, and kind of stumps back as he's moving this kind of constant like tss, tss of his what's the word, his peg leg, as the Frax engine kind of whirs desperately, keeping him upright constantly. But yeah, we'll go back around the counter. Can't remember when I last saw these creatures here. They very rarely make their way to the top.
Where do they usually reside? Sorry.
No, that's fine. They usually the bowels of the ship, where they are safer and have ample supply of metals. Does not bode well. They pushed up here into the sunlight. You can see the streets outside kind of packed, busy. Word spreads quickly in this kind of close town, and you can already see kind of people looking through the windows, trying to get sight through the shutters. Brass Wardens will be around soon. Feel free to head out if you have the means to. Otherwise, kind of indicates towards the suite. I think some planning may be in order. I'm gonna call in a couple of friends who might be able to help us.
Sounds like a good idea. I'll need
sounds
to
like a
go get
plan.
my tools before we leave. But other than that, we should be fine.
I need to buy bullets.
Yeah, same.
He shrugs. Well, we've all got our tasks. How about we meet back in the afternoon instead? I'm gonna close for the day, and I think we'll do a supper rush.
Excellent. I've been looking forward to a good meal.
You can see Ned and Tilly. You're free for the day. Couple of kind of younger, one human, one elf child, look around the corner, wide-eyed, and kind of scarper out to the door. Good kids.
You hire children?
Who doesn't?
They're of age,
Hey.
and they could do with the work to keep them off the streets.
I mean, I guess that's fair. All right.
He will go around, and unless any of you guys have kind of anything particular you want to do with the bodies, he's going to start like pushing them, dragging them to the corner, getting them out of the way, making sure they haven't messed with the floor or any of the metal in the room.
I'll go up to the pipe that they, I guess, burst out of, and I'll use mending to fix it for him.
He is. That's he's very grateful for that, as it was kind spraying water down onto the floor here.
And I'll use my magical tinkering to make a sign that says, "Do not pull on."
Nice. Perfect. Well, guess I'll get him up. And it starts moving to the back. So you guys do have the whole day to do what you want. I mean, you can kind of just relax here and just speak about what happened if you wish, but otherwise you can have a chance to kind of gather whatever you need from your homes and kind of meet back here afterwards, or tie up any loose ends you may have. But is there anyone who wants to do something here in the moment? Or speak to Rickel before they leave or anything like that?
Nope. Not for me.
It's like, oh, I'll ask everyone. Is like, is there anything in particular that we should bring when we go down there? Because I'm a bit skeptical about tight spaces. Do we
A
need a map?
flashlight. A flashlight's good.
A weapon?
Oh,
I should have.
Usually that's always
I
good.
should have a sword on like.
Well, hopefully I'm gonna call in a fixer friend of mine. Might not know the exact area, but they've got their own systems for getting around, and you should at least be able to get you to the right place. I imagine you're gonna need to take the great lift down all the way to the reservoir levels.
oh, that should be save a lot of trouble.
What are
I do
known
not
of
want to
the,
get lost.
reservoir levels? Does anyone know anything about that area?
That's where all the water's stored.
So there are a couple of tanks that feed the city, but the largest bodies of water are kept in the hull. They are generally safe to access from the elevator entrance, as the Gardener Society and the Druids enclave that kind of keep a close watch on the ecology on the ship, monitor the kind of the general water health and the plants that grow down there. It is just a bit of a what's the word? Well, it's a drinking hole, so you can imagine all life that lives down there has to touch on the edge of it at some point, so it can be very dangerous.
Makes sense.
It's where all the animals are.
Yeah, and not only wild animals, well, kind of less goblin tribes, things like that, creatures that usually live deep in the dark places of the earth.
Roger.
So we're gonna do a little bit of roleplay with our characters, kind of gathering what they need, visiting their places of residence before we kind of come back and discuss a plan going forward. Now,
Sounds good.
some of you obviously don't have a place to go, or maybe do not want to go back into the bowels of the ship, or wherever you are from, such as you, Tick. You're welcome to hang out here, make use of the rooms as much as you need, as if they were your own.
I do so. He immediately flips over a gigantic backpack over on his back, and just sounds of metal clanking and things unfurling as he makes himself comfortable.
Nice. Yeah, so you could kind of turn this into a temporary workshop in the bottom right for now. As for everyone else, I think let's start with group, shall we? So Way and Corvex, are you planning on heading back to the forge? Do you need anything? Need to tidy up any ends?
Yeah, I was gonna head back there, see if I had any bullets on my stock on my own, and I was also just gonna see if there's anything I have down there that's useful for worms.
Sure, sure. So as you guys kind of filter out into the city and to your various into various directions here, where's my city ambience? Here we are. the city brass coming to life around you, and you can see as you're moving, just taxis flying above in the busy Aragard district. You can see some of the floating gardens that Avery is from, kind of tangled to the building tops with this mass of metal ladders and chains and such. In the various other shops that you pass by, I mean, they've got all kinds of food that is cultivated here on the ship. You can see every now and again as well, kind of more exotic shops, maybe selling insects or small mammals from the surface for pets or for exotic food taste, you know, whatever suits your purpose. And people as well kind of handing out daily newspaper. Not so much that paper is available in abundance, but they kind of have these metal slates that are reused and embossed. So, as you guys push through the crowd, heading to the kind of the great lift, so known also as, where is my map? Kind of the vertical spine of the ship. As you head deep into the bowels of the ship itself, you get cut off from the city, but going downstairs are reunited with the similar ambience that you have grown accustomed to here in the Boundary District. Just kind of hissing, whizzing, popping, gears grinding, metal getting worked into various shapes. And people kind of file past you to Corvix. Sorry, I just kind of skipped ahead there. Did you plan on going with?
Probably not. She's probably interested in gaining any further information about these reservoirs, as it sounds like it's an entire ecosystem down there, possibly some
Sure.
sort of wild jungle place. So probably asking just around the tavern, or perhaps even inquiring with the city guard, or someone who would be knowledgeable about that area, what to expect and how to prepare, like what weapons should be taken, or if there's repellent, or
Sure.
yeah, any sort of safety equipment.
Alrighty. Yeah. We'll get back to that in a moment. So, as for our gift friend, kind of pushing your way through the Foundry sector, all the way to kind of a little back area that you've come to call your home. Now, people have just kind of set up shop wherever is accessible, wherever is obvious, and they can display wares easily. But you do have this kind of central forge in the middle where some of the more well-established business lines have come to take hold. You know, that kind of looking up at the windows there, that is kind of where you have to impress people to get your own business license, if that is the direction you plan on taking in life. But arriving at your little cubby and looking around to make sure you are alone, head into your little hole in the wall here. Now, what kind of describe what you would have cultivated here as you enter? Is there anything you want to say about this place?
Yeah, so this is it's a blacksmith forge, but it looks like it hasn't been used in decades. There is soot and dust covering just about every inch except for a forge and a workbench, and everything has a sort of kind of like aged and dated look to it. Like none of the tools are up to date. Nothing seems newly furnished. This all seems it's been here for a good minute. And in the corner, there's like this very badly welded together scrap. What's the word? Bed frame with a bunch of blankets on top of it, just really thrown together quickly.
Nice. It's home, and it's definitely kind of away from all the prying eyes. Now, The Foundry District sector definitely has its boundaries, and it's not full yet, but it's not the easiest job to find accommodation here either. So this place helps you save on that, and who knows what the engineers of the past left behind. I mean, it surely seems that they were skilled and artisans in their own right. So you're gathering ammunition, just tools, whatever you might need for the coming journey.
Yeah, I'm grabbing whatever bullets I have just laying around from, just test and practice. I think I'll also, after I grab everything I need from here, I'll go by my workstation at like my physical job and see if there's just any leftover bullets from the day's work.
Nice. And yeah, easy enough to even if not find bullets, you could substitute a variety of ball bearings and other items that would be in production here. So it shouldn't be too hard to come by. You managed to pick up a pouch of 20.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
All right. And as you kind of look around, thinking about all your future plans for the forge and this place here, we actually found Corvex. Corvex himself is up on the top and moving through the streets of Brass, putting the hive behind you for the moment. You're in a strange place, and you're a stranger in a strange place. Is everyone kind of taking note of you, avoiding you, kids looking on in either admiration or fear? Not the most common sight here, you kind of get the idea. As a brass warden, you hear a kind of a whistle, kind of flag you down. Some figures are busy approaching. Hi. Welcome, I don't know you. Are you new here in the city of Brass? If so, how did you arrive here?
I am not new, according to my records. However, I do not quite remember how I came here. In either case, I am searching for information about these reservoirs in the ship. Can you aid me with this?
They kind of look at each other, and you're being pretty cordial at the very least. The water reservoirs. Yes, at the bottom of the lift shaft. Big sails, kind of points up to the mist catcher sails. Funnels it all down there, then it's pumped back up with frax engines.
Yes, there is a disturbance there. What would I need to be able to defend the area from creatures? What is the most ideal method?
Strange one, and they kind of like give a chuckle at your seemingly forward and nonchalant conversation of defending a place with weapons. If you're going down there, you don't want to stray from the path. Step off into the shadows and you'll be taken just like that. The other one kind of, well, calm down, don't go putting all these notions in its looks over her head, kind of seeing how you react. But the place is look, if you don't leave the designated hallways, the lift will take you right to the Druids' Enclave, and they're all a bunch of nature lovers, and a couple of guards down there. They would get an attack by a creature every now and again, but nothing you need to worry about. If you plan on going off the designated passageways, then I suggest whatever weapons you can bring. Preferably sharp, preferably long, keep your enemy at bay. There's weird things that have grown to come to life in the Colossus' belly.
I see. Thank you for your information. I will seek out these druids.
We nod. If you really want to get hold of them, you can You can speak to the Avery. What did you call it again? The gardening committee. What is it? Are you with us, Avery?
Oh, yep. I had my microphone muted. I am back.
I was gonna ask what's the name of that community you're part of? The gardening one.
Ah, yes.
I think you called it TCS,
Yes.
which stands for.
The GCS. The Greenhouse and Water Supplies Services.
Them. You need to speak to them.
Green Garden Society, yeah.
Oh, other way around.
All right.
Yep.
Well, she will give the officers a salute, which is probably unfamiliar to them.
Yeah.
And head off, I guess. Maybe to try and track down Avery. Since they're part of the Greenhouse Society.
Well, we keep it a mystery. It keeps people on their toes. So Avery, did you go back to your house?
Yep.
Your apartment. Okay, not too hard to find Avery. You just got to look for the greenest place in town. Eventually heading over there. So not too many gardens in the city of Brass, as the space is better served for vegetation you can eat, things like that. There is not that much space, but it has been marked as a necessity for the peace of mind of the citizens here. So gardens have started to crop up in public capacity all over. Avery, you've been given run of one of these small areas, and as on the other side, you kind of given a small shed at the edge of it, where all the you cultivate all the plants there. Would you like to give us a bit of a...
Yes,
yeah?
This is my home away from home. I wanted to move out, and the only option they gave me was to caretake a garden, and I gladly took up the little shack. And I've been looking after it ever since. I keep everything I own in the tiny shack.
Nice.
And it's wonderful.
And
I do get trouble from all of the visiting kids every now and then. They do like to play around with my stuff when I'm away, because the door doesn't lock.
Oh.
And you do find similar kind of things look a bit too mussed around as you enter in. Someone's definitely been in here kind of sighing, being to set things straight. You do see the regulars that visit you here showing up on the windowsills, kind of some of the rescued creatures, or those brought up from the lands below, have been kind of cultivated here and released. You can see kind of like squirrel-like creatures, except they have much more long, flexible tails that seem quite able to swing them through the trees.
And it's a lot of fun, and I keep a few bush, like small fruit, berries, and strawberry plants around for all of the birds to eat.
Nice.
And all the animals, to keep them busy as well.
So, Colbixon, you are going to meet up with Avery and do some discussions about the gardening community. Anything in particular? You're just looking for general knowledge?
Yeah, just I was told to inquire with the Greenhouse Society as to the particulars of the reservoirs.
Cool. Well, as you guys begin to have your discussions now, Avery, I don't think you might have been there once or twice. I'm not sure if that would have been something.
I've done a tour,
yeah,
but that was a while ago. That's why I don't like going down there. I get lost.
and it is strange because it's real sunlight is pumped all over the ship with the use of the frax engines, and just to avoid having to kind of light each area. And there's something strange about it. It kind of feels like a juxtaposition of nature being down there in the kind of real but not real light, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of kept you away for the time being, but you know the general setup. Yeah, a couple of
Yep.
houses, basically kind of like observation deck, that kind of vibe.
Yep.
Okay.
I've been shown the general layout. It just doesn't feel natural.
Yeah. So let's see. Cole, would you be heading home as well?
Yeah, I would probably go buy some bullets first.
Mhm.
I don't know what the prices are, but and then I would head home. I would traverse through the smoky air of the fuse. There you go. I would arrive at a very crammed room, probably like there's enough space for like 3 people to reside, and there's like 10. Cole probably has his own corner that he likes to just just lay in the corner and sleep there in like a hunch position,
So
sad as it sounds. And there'd be around his corner a lot of like carvings and writing on the walls that no one can really decipher.
nice. But as you kind of begin to arrive home, I mean, it's not, living in the flues is never easy, and you've got, let's see, I don't think your character spends much time at home. Would that be correct?
Yes,
So,
usually is out.
mostly the people that live here are the fixers, the gnomes, and also a variety of other misfortunates, or those fallen on bad times, or maybe that just prefer not to be seen too often. But as you are kind of climbing over the buildings necessary, up the ladders, a bit of a backwards path to kind of get access to your small room. You go past kind of the gnome families that are living, breathing in their strange alien way around you all. One of the windows opens and this huge puff of smoke comes out as this older one with the pipe. You've seen him before. You think his name is Bebel, but you're not sure. And he always says hello to you, and it's that situation where you forgot to ask his name ages ago, and now it's just a bit too awkward. You're back. Brass Wardens give you no problems, did they?
Of course not, Elder.
That's good. They've been hanging around the building all day. Wouldn't even let a fixer into his own home. It's downright shameful, I tell you. I think they're looking for someone. Anyway, have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night as well. And I would probably look around to see if I see any signs of them, of his warnings.
You didn't see any. And besides, you tend to not use the front entrance. You kind of climb over the roofs to get into the small courtyard which leads to your room itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I will walk in and I'll probably go carve on the wall a little bit more.
Very well. And grabbing scant possessions. So I got this kind of generalized image, although from your descriptions it sounds a bit too big and tidy.
A little bit too big, yeah.
So we'll work on that. Okay, we'll get something more cramped. Okay. But keeping yourself occupied until you have to head back. We go back to one of our other figures that has stepped out of the hive and onto the streets of Brass. Now, Valerie, you live pretty close by. Nothing too ostentatious. Do you want to tell us a bit about your room?
Yeah. It when you first enter it, it just looks like a normal room. It might be a bit of a some might consider it a bit of a fixer-upper. There's a few cracked stones and some tiles and a few loose boards, and the cupboards are probably not the cupboard doors are probably not supposed to hang at that angle, but she loves it. She loves that it's somewhat ramshackle. She just loves the aesthetic of it. There's probably on the counters a basket of sewing supplies. Would be because most of her stuff is pretty neat and tidy. She tries to keep it everything neat and on its place, but there's one corner in the room that is just a basket overflowing with like pillows and yarn and stuff, all kind of creative stuff for sewing and knitting and stuff. And like her house is full of, her couch is just a bunch of pillows, and her bed is can only be described as a nest from all the pillows and comforters she has on it. And she also has a few plants. Some of them might be considered sad-looking plants. She's trying to keep something alive, but it's not going well. Well, at least she's trying, is what she's telling herself.
Nice. And I mean, it's pretty good considering you recently lost your warden appointed accommodations. Now, they were slightly more central, and they didn't have the same kind of personality. And you kind of look down at the streets below. You are about 2 floors above the metal brass streets below, looking down at the people, kind of getting lost a moment in the typical ruminations of brass wardens and just watching the daily goings on of people. And it's about that time when you hear a knock at your door.
She will quietly walk up to the door and try and peek through if she has people. Otherwise, just like try and see through if she can see who it is.
Yeah.
Not giving away she's there.
You can do so. Now give me a stealth check, in fact, if you want to try and remain unheard. Nice. Right. As you make your way over to the door. Sorry, sneezing. You can see a bit of a silhouette react from the other side. Someone kind of changing their position, adjusting their stance. You hear a bit of a cough, muffled cough, as you look through and you recognize, and you see an older figure, a human, wrinkles, grey hair, someone that you recognize from your childhood, actually. It is your father's servant man.
I'll open the door, just a smidge, and just to make sure I'm seeing it right.
Beg your pardon, mistress. I do not mean to bother you at your home, but I have been asked to escort you.
Hi.
If you would please,
Why do you mean
just
escort me?
if you would humor me, your father has requested a meeting. I'm to bring you to his office at once, and then return you.
Here, her face immediately just goes cold at the mention of her father. What does he want?
I'm afraid he would not let that information fall into my ears, mistress. He awaits your pleasures.
Fine, but he can wait some more. And I'll first, please come in. And then she'll just, after he's inside, just lock up and then go. I'm pretty sure she would have kept extra bullets at her place from her time on the Wardens.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have given everything back.
And kind of the secret
She's gonna...
stash.
Yeah, she's gonna go get that and then dilly-dally a bit because she's really not in the mood to see her father. But if you actually send for her, maybe it could be something important. Maybe there's something wrong with her mother, so she will go. But she's not gonna do it on his terms. So she'll dilly-dally a bit, take a look at her leg from where the creepy iron worm took a bite at her, and then when she feels she's wasted enough time, she'll go back. She'll go back to him and say, "Okay, let's go."
Very well, thank you. This way, we'll be there in a moment. We lead you back down into the busy streets and to one of the kind of Frax taxis that have been set up for use in the Eragard district. This one kind of extremely ornate. You've seen it be used before. It's wouldn't say like your family's one, kind of like your father's business taxis. These vehicles are extremely expensive, but nonetheless, gesturing inside, you get into kind of a small, comfortable seating area as you hear this pulse come to life. Illumination kind of leaking out onto the street, just dripping down as you can feel kind of the gravity. The taxi just kind of slowly starts to fall upwards. Its acceleration being adjusted by various levers controlling apertures in the engine of the vehicle itself. But you begin to rise up to familiar heights. Amongst the Eragard district once more. You kind of see the various noble houses and business heads. You could, having this information being reinforced during your time in the Brass Wardens, you can kind of point them out. Some of them, most of them, quite corrupt. But regardless, your vehicle ascends all the way up to the balcony that you kind of seen as a child, but never been to yourself. Let's see here, the officers. This way, please. Leads you down a corridor or two before opening a door into a large, busy office. Kind of clerks working at tables, looking up as you enter. Kind of silence befalls the room as the sounds of your footsteps is all that is heard. As you move across, you see a figure at the end of the table on the other side, one that you had not seen in a while. Henry Stein. Master, your daughter has requested. And you can see he steps to the side. Thank you, Queen. Do you want to describe what Henry looks like for us? Do you have an idea in your mind?
Oh,
If you don't, that's fine. I've got an appearance here for him.
Sure. I did not think I would even get. I was not think we were gonna get to him this soon, to be honest.
Nope, fair enough. So, kind of similar to, well, I mean, Valley would hate to say that, but some of the more stern features do come from the father's side of the family. Not the coloring, and a lot of the more fair features do come from your mom's side. But here stands this man who raised you as basically a second-class citizen. Always, never quite as good as your brother. He doesn't seem to have changed, and you can definitely see this kind of Is this look that you've grown to be familiar with, almost as if there's an unpleasant smell somewhere in the room. I hear you resigned from your work with the wardens.
Hello, Father. Yes, it's nice to see you as well. Oh, how have I been doing? No, I've been doing well. You know, just peachy.
By the sounds of it, out of work.
Not necessarily. I just happened to come into the job today.
You know, it could be made much easier. And we haven't spoken in a while. Your mother has urged me to rather leave you out of these things. But I thought I would give you at least a paltry try. Your life could be made quite a bit easier. And he looks to the people moving around the room. Leave us. I start to file outwards. It can be expensive living in the city. Without employ, housing is hard to come by, lest you be forced down into the bowels of the ship itself. Not something I would see for one of my children. And you can see he kind of has to give a slight grimace as he says it. But to the point, he pulls out a bag of jewels. He puts it on the table. You can hear kind of the clinking crystals. You are one of us at the end of the day, and always welcome under the folds of your father. He slides the gems. These could make your life very easy if you would see sense and be willing to have certain conversations.
She's just somewhat fuming on the. She's fuming on the inside. But on the outside, she looks cool, calm, and collected, like this isn't even fazing her. I don't want your money. I don't need it.
His eyebrows raise. Indeed. I find that somewhat hard to believe. Well, looks like she was right. Kind of drags the bag back towards himself. I had hoped we could come to a civil agreement. You will still do what I want you to do at the end of the day, and I want you to stop digging. This little accident that happened with your friends that you like to play dress up with, it's gonna get you to some rather dangerous situations soon. And this is the only warning you'll get from me. Family ties will only protect you so much.
How do you know about that?
I seem to forget who I am. I built this empire from the ground up. We were one of the original families to grace the Aerogard District's heights. You never really did leave my earshot. Can't let my little girl run around. Might get into trouble. And he smiles. Well, if you won't take my offer, then I think there's nothing more that can be said here.
What do you want?
Want you to relax. Come back and join the business. maybe take up one of the clerk's positions, but we can find something better for you and work your way up. You'd make your mum so happy.
Since when have you cared?
That's harsh. I may not have appeared to, but I always had your well-being at heart.
Oh, yeah? So, exactly where were you when I was laying in the hospital?
I had a
With a missing
series of...
limb.
Well, sweetheart, that's when the merger was. I'm sure you understand. One of the biggest business deals in the last decade. Did you get the flowers I sent?
Did I get flowers?
Not from him. It would have probably been like from your mother.
Yes, Mother brought me flowers. They were lovely. Because she is a caring person who actually cares about her daughter.
He stands up. Enough of this nonsense. You will stop sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, or it will be snubbed. That is all.
Is that a...
And kind of drops all...
Are you in...
Yes, sorry?
I'm just... She's a bit... She was not expecting this. So she's a bit unsure what to say, but... Were you part of it?
Mm.
The accident?
Of course not. How could you even ask such a question? Your mother would never forgive me.
Then why care if I stick my nose in?
Because it would be easier if you would simply come back and work for me. I have partners that you are stepping on toes with. I don't know why I did it, really. Maybe a fading love for your mother. But I see now that you're just as ordinary as you ever were.
She's just gonna take a deep breath and say, "Thank you, Father, for having my well-being at heart and for the warning. I'll be sure to be more careful." And she'll turn around and go. Oh, but then she stops and just over her shoulder say, "Tell Mother I said hi." I'll
all
call her
this coughing
soon.
is in the thing now because it doesn't.
And then
pause.
leave.
I'm so sorry. God damn it. There's no reply. So you head to the door. You can see the kind of clerks waiting to file back in. The same serving man is there, ever faithful, kind of aged. Are you ready to depart again, mistress?
Yes, please. I get me out of here, please.
Where should I be dropping you?
Back home. I don't want to be seen in his car.
Very good. And it starts
Thank you.
to bring the engine to life, detaching from the building, kind of dropping down into the miasma of walkways, pipes, and whistling and gears as you re-enter the city. Now, let's see here. Tick, during this time, you said you were doing some tinkering, is that right?
Yeah, it's mostly just sounds of "ow" as he accidentally shocks himself every like
Nice.
5 minutes or so.
And really kind of transforming the side room into quite a unique biome, I imagine. The time would come where the day starts to set. Now, you can see a bit of a windy night coming over the brass Colossus, the mountains that you've been flying through kind of drop down to reveal a large swath of ocean in every direction. So there's just this kind of blue land all around you. As you guys one by one begin to make your way back to the hive at various times.
Quick question.
Yes.
The limo ride have counted as a short rest?
You guys would have all had a short rest by now, definitely.
A long rest, maybe even.
It's still the same day.
All right.
It's evening now.
And
Yep.
another question: is the buying bullets is the same price as the? If I look up in now Wikidata, is there different prices? Or like, what are the prices? I guess that's the question for bullets.
Seeing as, let's see here, machined prices, they are going to be cheaper. It's going to be 1 gold for 10 bullets.
Oh, okay. All right.
How many bullets would I have been able to get from back home?
We'll say you also had a pouch of 20.
Thank you.
Okay, so as you guys come back into the hive, you can see the place is packed now. Variety of creatures here. Some of the fixers from earlier are back, and this does seem one of the more popular places for them. You can see a minotaur or two, and general elves, dwarves, just hodgepodge of races here. The place is it's quite a popular one, especially for the kind of the less popular races here. But as you guys are meeting up kind of one by one, heading back from whatever you've been doing during the day, you can hear like hisses and sizzles and booms from the workshop beyond. But Rickle would keep you guys well sourced at the very least, offering you guys ale and keeping the serving folk and bringing it. So, as you guys, one by one...
Welcome back.
Oh no.
My associate should be arriving shortly, and hopefully he will be willing to at least be a guide down into the bowels of the ship. They have an uncanny knowledge on exactly where everything is. So, you haven't burnt down the workshop, have you? And Rickle steps into the side room.
It is not burnt down. It's a bit messy, but he, as soon as he sees somebody come in, he pushes it all into one corner, just one pile of his things. Yeah, the space is great. I'll clean it up.
No, that's fine. I wasn't asking. You'll turn around. I'll get some food. And with this kind of as he walks away, kind of disappears. But you guys are given a beautiful meal. Some of the cloudfish and cooked in beautiful spices, and with some of the rare, not rare, but herbs are valuable here, and those cultivated in the floating gardens are the best of all. So you are treated to quite a delicious meal, if not simple.
Cole, in the middle of the meal, will scoot over to this chair and tell Ivory, "Hey, just so you know, I'm not gonna tell this to everyone, so keep this in mind. But I've been told one of us will die in this mission, so keep an eye for yourself." Yeah, and then I'll go back to eating like normal.
Nice. Well,
That's terrifying.
Good.
Rickle will enter once more, and here's the gentleman that I was hoping would help us in our endeavors. Everyone, please say hello to Sedan.
Good morning, Sedan.
Hello, Sedan.
I'll just lift my hand while still eating.
He looks over.
Hello.
You can see he was busy drinking as like cops and spills a bit over the edge. A short-looking, fairly nondescript gnome, kind of glasses making his eyes look quite beady. Hi. I was told you had a job, Rickle. Yes, these are the ones you'll be escorting, following the lines of my pipes down to the reservoirs, to avoid this happening again. Oh, right you are. You're the one at the coin purse. Well, he looks around. You a lot been down to the bowels before?
Skittered around,
No.
skittered about all over the world, all over the way. I've been skittering. I think I've probably been down there. Still getting my head around the map for this place.
Fair enough. Yeah, you've probably seen your fair share of side passages. They can be dangerous. Most likely you came from a tribe that found a good spot and never moved. Probably maybe one of the mid layers, but close to the shops. They can kind of go down and up as need be. But all right. Well, make sure we have enough light and food and water we can stock up if we need on the way. But no point in not going prepared. You got means to defend yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Heavily armed.
he looks around. Shall we be off then? No time like the present.
Hold up, and
There.
I'll start
Yeah,
shoving my foot down my mouth. Everything that is offered to me. You're gonna finish that?
I'm sure kind of one or two of your party members standing up, getting ready to leave. A plate or two would be up for grabs. You start to slide all the extras across to yourself.
Yeah, shove them in my bag with all my bullets and everything. Just don't care. Just pour the soup
it's a
down as
bag.
well.
I thought it was going in a jacket pocket.
Oh no! I mean that's a good idea. Yeah, I write it down. No.
Start shoving food in your jacket, in your vest, wherever.
And you can hear outside the rain that's kind of been threatening the whole day begins to come down in torrents. Now, you kind of escorted by this rather thin fixer. He looks quite probably hasn't been kind of in his adulthood for too long, but he pushes out into the dying crowds of the city, into the heavy rain, kind of pulling his jacket up, hood over his head. You guys following?
Yeah. Careful.
Absolutely.
I'll grab my shovel.
Nice.
Just a quick question. I can't remember what weapons did Rikal give us last time. What type of guns?
It was a long rifle or a pistol.
Yeah, you have to choose one. Basically, a
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like either I thought it was a musket or a pistol.
Yep. That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So, as you are kind of moving through the darkened streets, you can see lights come on, casting this glowing golden radiance onto the main streets as you head directly to the lift itself. And still operational through all times of the night. Very easy to head down into the bowels of the ship. Although most people don't go past the foundry districts and places like that. Getting cut off from the rain, you can see that there's one or two people that have kind of boarded with you, and the descent goes into the bowels of the ship. Now, everyone else abandons you guys when they get to like the foundry district and the forge, the gilded spire, but you kind of continue on. And as the doors eventually open, for most of you deeper than you've ever been before, you can kind of just hear dripping, feel the cold of the metal around you. A bit of a wind whips through the passageways here as the gnome, the fixer, steps out. Alright, best be careful around here. Let your torches. Stick together, don't stray. It's easy to get turned around, and the passages all look the same down here. He starts to push off, not towards the reservoir, but kind of, he opens this heavy set door, and you can just see an endless catacomb of tunnels lie beyond that he pushes into. This is the maintenance tunnels. Nothing but creatures and backways in here. If anyone would like to keep any eye out, you're welcome to make perception checks, any other kind of checks you want to make. Now's a good time.
Me, please.
Yes, we'll have a good look around.
Paul is just mumbling to himself, just following along.
And we think it's
Perfectly
rustwyrms
average.
currently.
Well, you just
Wherever
kind of,
those worms were.
yeah, they are definitely a problem, but the gnome would say that is probably a symptom more than the cause itself. Now, I'm trying to, let me just get you your picture here, because the handout is obviously not showing. So I will put it in Discord. A general idea of what the maintenance tunnels look like. And these kind of just stretch off. You can hear, as you're kind of moving through the area, nothing but the sounds of the brass colossus itself. Kind of almost the digestive groans, as if you're in the creature's gut. You move through... sorry, I got hiccups, and kind of endless corridors moving left and right. Plumes of smoke erupting from steam grates, and kind of, you can feel the heat coming off many of the pipes here. You're kind of in the skeleton of the beast, so to speak. Let's see. Okay, we got some good perception checks here. Did you roll twice by accident, Valerie?
Yeah, sorry, my
Uh,
internet's lagging. I thought it didn't
Oh,
click.
no, that's fine. As you are being led through here, kind of trying to see, trying to keep an eye out for dangers, for anything like that. Every now and again, you do kind of hear like a large groan or a strange sound that kind of echoes down one of the side passages. You see the gnome kind of put a finger to his lips, shake his head, and kind of push deeper in. And you see he's been doing this. He's definitely keeping track of all the passages you're going past. You're not sure exactly what he's looking at, but every time you go past a one of the intersections, just kind of flicks his fingers and takes note of something and keeps on going. We should be getting near the place now. All the buildings in that district, close to the western side of the ship, they all tend to jumble down here, or some of the original pipeworks that was laid, in fact. It's amazing that it's still operational. Here we are. And as he turns sideways into one of the as he turns to one of the side passages, you see him kind of freeze and pause. very quietly now. And he takes us like a step back and another step back. There's up ahead. Some creatures have started to. You'll see. It looks like goblins. And if so, this does not bode very well. Much better let it be some mindless beast.
What are they doing in the tunnels? They shouldn't be here.
They have been notorious scrappers, thorn in our sides. But yes, they shouldn't be here, and very well might be one of the reasons these creatures are getting out. If they've digging around in the bowels of the ship.
Avery, what should we do? This is your jurisdiction, isn't it?
Did you say Avery? Were you
Wait.
speaking to yourself?
Oh, Valerie.
What gave you that idea?
So it's not.
You have the big
You're-
gun.
You're a cop, no?
No, I was a cop.
Oh.
I'm retired.
You should know how to
I'm retired.
de-escalate the situation.
It is clear what we
Yeah.
should do.
Mm-hmm.
We
Kill
should
them?
hunt down any creatures that are causing this disturbance. Yes, kill them. Eliminate them.
I give him Corvix a pat on the back and like, yeah, I like this guy. He's the new leader.
We had a leader.
I guess.
We have a mission.
Well, they do need to get them to leave at the very least.
Then we'll exterminate them.
I mean, about that, exterminating's not really my area of expertise here. I got you to the place. I think
Well,
I'll wait
wait,
until it's safe.
That's fine. Just what exactly are we up against?
Goblins?
I don't know really. Look here. You see, points to a spot on the wall where you can see like bits of grate have been cut off. There's a couple of pipes that just stick out the wall and end where nothing, where they kind of should continue. You can see the opening on the other side of the passage. Notorious for pulling off bits of metal and selling them in the underground markets up at the City of Brass. Goblins are a bit of a menace. Expect to find ravenous, wild creatures armed with all manners of makeshift weaponry. Do not let them sneak up on you. What's in your pockets is much more valuable than your lives. Is that picture loading by any chance?
No.
Not for me. Nope.
No.
Joy.
None of the handouts have loaded thus
I
far
don't
for
know
me.
what is going
Oh,
on?
I think I see it.
I will.
Oh,
put
it's
it in
just
Discord.
one. It's the notorious one player gets to see everything.
Yeah.
Finally, it's
He
not
He
me.
has the power.
I mean, it looks cool if it's any consolation.
There it is.
There we are. Oh,
Um,
they are more intimidating than I thought.
yeah, I was imagining different types of goblins. All
I
right,
still
well,
can't see it. You guys are making me worried.
oh,
In
Discord.
Discord?
That guy's got a cool hat, though.
Right? You're talking about the yellow one.
Yeah.
Oh. We're in trouble.
Nah, we got this.
I may be out of spell slots, but I still have a taser.
I got one left. We can do this.
I have a gun and 50 bullets.
I completely
One
forgot you
with
guys
their
are
name
not,
carved.
long rested. I think you would
Nah, we're good.
definitely want your wits about you. Shall we say you headed through in the morning instead?
Okay.
Yippee!
So you can
I
have
mean,
Maybe,
a
yeah.
long rest. Yeah, I mean,
If you
Rickle
want.
doesn't want to push you unnecessarily and risk your wounds.
We
I was happy
opening.
to go right now.
I'm fine with whatever what you guys want to do.
If you need a rest, yeah, we rest.
I don't. I can. I'm fine.
I rest. I sleep. I do it.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll say
Good
you
job,
guys,
good sleep.
instead of meeting in the evening, we came back in the morning, and
Okay.
your gnome leader guide has brought you down here. It's always, I mean, it's always the same kind of dark twilight down here. There is small little pipes that bounce sunlight around in every direction. When that fades, there's kind of just a small ambient glow kind of from reserved energy. So that's all that you have right now.
So what are these goblins doing currently? You're just pulling things off the
Grabbing the
walls.
walls.
Well, resources are always hard to find. Reliable resources, especially like metal, pipes and things, you can always smelt it and turn it into something new completely, and there's no time to stop and mine in the earth, so what's on the ship is what there is to work with. So these creatures that are not giving a shit about kind of scrapping the bowels of the ship make quite hefty profits and end up funding quite a lot of illicit activities.
Cool.
Time to kill him.
I'd
I'm
I'd
glad-
like to
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'd like to grab a pull something out of my bag and begin fiddling with it, and I'd like to make a bad smell on it, and throw it at them so they get distracted thinking one of them farted.
So
I can make a
well, I
an,
admire your ingenuity. You have not seen any goblins yet. You've just seen their handiwork.
oh, okay.
Oh.
I prepare it. I prepare my
Yeah,
stink
yeah.
bomb.
I just look at you. I'm like, did you fart?
No, it was the tinkering thing. I swear. And I
Sure.
it is a loud sound emitted 10 feet away. I turn it off. But I've got,
Fair.
in case I see goblins and they're distracted, I'll distract them even further by making them argue amongst each other over who farted in this tunnel.
So
All right, onwards.
your guide would indicate that the pipes you are looking for are going to be about 200 feet down this passageway. So he doesn't want to take the lead anymore now because it looks dangerous. This is where he would return for backup. But if you guys are willing to push forward, you go for it.
I go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do this.
Are you being stealthy as you
We
move
got
forward?
this.
Yes.
I am.
It does
Oh,
help
Cole
somewhat.
likes to live.
It does help somewhat that the kind of whirring and hissing and buzzing and clanging all around you. So for the moment, you would have advantage.
Oops. Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
So the issue with
Oh.
that is I already have disadvantage.
So it's flat roll.
So that's flat. That's good that you had advantage, Dick.
Oh shit.
I think it's
I
a flat roll anyway. I don't have heavy armor on. I don't know why I chose
Oh.
that. Scale mail is medium, I thought. Let's see.
Oh.
It's medium, but it imposes a disadvantage.
Yes, fair enough. Yes. Yes.
All right.
Nice. Only good rolls.
As
Have you seen ours?
some of you are not as stealthy as you would hope. Others doing pretty well. Heading down, pushing through the kind of cloudy, misty maintenance tunnels, always filling with steam and quite humid, actually. As you move forward, trying to listen out for any signs. Who's going to give me a perception check? Who's at the front leading the way?
I'm happy to
Yes.
just look around.
Holes in the
Who has
back.
dark vision? Who has
Well-
dark vision?
Me?
Oh, I
I
don't
do,
have that.
but it doesn't really help with spotting stuff.
That's
I
fair.
cast light on, I guess, myself.
That makes everything a lot easier.
Damn.
Nice. Okay. And moving forward, you would eventually start to hear sounds from the distance. The passage ahead, two figures are kind of coming out of the smoke, taking the form of small humanoids. You can see kind of some scrapper goblins look over. One's got kind of a gear he's using as a shield, and you can see that the scimitars they have are just kind of like rusty slots of metal with cloth wrapped around for a handhold. Hey, who goes there? Stop. Go tell the boss. Got visitors.
I'll yell back and say, "Hey, you're not meant to be in these tunnels. Get out of here."
Yeah, this is my turf. I'm the only scrap in this part of the freaking hole in the ground.
This is goblin territory. This is goblin territory. What you doing here?
Trying to figure out why there's a bunch of disturbances going on upstairs.
And you do note that around this whole area there is water pooling on the floors and seems to be running down the nearby wall.
And why everything's leaking.
He will. Let's see here.
Unless we want to be swimming down these tunnels, I reckon you guys are doing up to something not smart.
How far is he?
That sounds about right, because you can see that at this point he's probably about 35, 40 feet away from you. The area that they're standing in front of, the door, inverted commas, that the other goblin ran through, seems to just be a jagged hole in the wall, where kind of a large chunk of metal has been pulled off.
Very not smart.
No.
You would
I will
think,
ask
yeah.
Avery if these are the disturbances.
They could probably be the cause of whatever's happening. If they're just cutting away things willy-nilly, they might have broken something they weren't meant to. I'm not sure how most of this stuff works down here, but it's all pretty important.
Alright, well, upon hearing that, Corvix is at least going to reach for her weapon.
I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right, weapon is pulled out. Time to shoot.
Okay.
I'm loading my rifle.
So give me. You want to give me an initiative roll? I'll give one for the goblin. I don't think.
I will brandish my shovel.
Three, two, one. Murder hobos. First
I got
NPCs
one.
we see.
We kill him. Listen, we don't like goblins. Why did you make him a goblin? No, I'm racist, okay?
Oh no!
Oh, this is so bad.
Wow.
I can't click on my character token.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's
Oh,
no.
no.
Yeah, we're just doing it in the sheet
Okay.
for now.
Oh,
That's fine.
someone is shooting first.
So it looks like every single
That's
person
much
besides Corvix is slower than the goblin. Okay, Corvix, what are you going to be doing? You're the only one who's fast enough to act before he retreats.
Yeah, basically. I guess if these have been confirmed as the disturbances, then she's going to take aim at this creature.
Hey,
let's
wait,
see.
wait. Oh, there, Avery's also.
Find the button.
If there's like, I guess what are they doing? Are they telling me not to shoot?
Yeah, he does seem to be begging for his life in a moment of realization.
That's cute of him.
Yeah, they definitely. I mean,
And
he definitely didn't. He seemed like puffed up, but he didn't seem outwardly hostile, seeing as how many of you there were.
then
If you don't
she's
start
probably going
talking,
to hold her action. She's gonna hold the shot until given the order to fire.
Okay.
Look.
Yes, Valerie.
Oh no, I was gonna talk to him, but never mind.
I mean, he sees the guns pointed at him. He looks back, and there's no sign of his companion, at least for the meanwhile. um,
I'll lower my gun and just tell him, look, we don't need to. Nobody needs to get hurt. We just have a few questions, okay? Can you help us out?
You have an odd way of asking questions. Kind of straightens himself as if to throw off the dread he just
I'll-
experienced. Yes.
I'll shoot the ceiling and say, don't judge our methods. And yeah, I'll try
And I'll
pull
just
it down.
face Bob.
Look, I'm just a door guard, right? Yeah, I'm guarding this. Well, this. He will turn to look for his friend if he ever comes back. This is Chief Yuxelwig's turf, right? He found this place, brand fancy new forge or whatever it is, and I mean we just. This is our turf now. You said you were here for. Did you mention rustwyrms?
Not yet.
Okay. Why are you here? It's not a place you usually see topsiders like you.
Well, there's been a bit of a disturbance up top. Some rustworms came down the pipes, you can say.
Ooh.
We're just checking out what's going on. What's happening.
I think, yeah, they came from. He points back in. Something scared them out. Quite smartish. He points up. He shot up, disappeared up there. From what the other guy, scout says. And you can see some kind of ruptured pipes on the top that are generally leaking down the wall, filling the whole corridor. The water's pouring off before it can really rise to any worrying level. Well, listen, if you want to speak to the chief, I could take you inside.
Sounds like a
sounds
good
like
idea
a
to
good
me.
idea.
Yeah,
All
might
right.
as well.
Okay.
Very well. Negotiations then.
My hand is still on my gun.
I've lowered my gun.
Yeah, Corvix will lower her gun as well, or like her crossbow, I suppose, and for now we'll follow the goblin.
So as he pushes back, as he pushes into the hole in the wall, you guys kind of follow through the rough cut. It looks like one of the typical kind of goblin scrappers cuts, and you kind of head into one of the side passages, one of the hidden areas of the brass Colossus. And you see that as you kind of move down not too far, it changes to worked steps and kind of opens out in a larger room. And you find yourself in quite an interesting place. Looking around, you realize, especially you, Wei, that this seems to kind of have the same architecture, the same kind of as your kind of hidden forge. This is definitely where some people have done some work, but this is on another level. So we're just trying to find the party token here. There it is. So you head down a couple of steps, head inside, and you can already see you see this kind of deep pit with some kind of walkway. You hear the goblin call out into the darkness on the other side. Hey, got some gobs to see the chief. You hear, all right, kind of like straining creature, eventually getting some kind of lever to clunk down. You hear gears turning and spinning, and this whole platform here begins to rotate to accommodate your passage. Goblin kind of gestures you all across, and you can now see as you kind of move deeper in. In fact, there would be a light at the back here. A couple of goblins mulling around the machinery here, waiting. You can see they've got bows and all kinds of supplies. They've probably set up a defensive perimeter, which works pretty well. There's no way to really get to them. But you guys, as you get on, they're rotated again, and they leave it with access to the eastern ward. And you are all led through a door up ahead. And the room you go out into is a smaller room that has, you can see that goblins are definitely throwing this place apart. Papers lie everywhere. You can see quite interesting notes maybe. You're not really sure what was recorded here, but there's also a quite an ornate statue in the corner. But you are led through into a larger room with gears turning and an ancient, there's definitely some kind of ancient brass Colossus machinery here. You're not really sure what it all entails, but a single goblin leader kind of sitting on a stationary gear that's kind of been fashioned into a temporary throne of some sort.
Boss, some outsiders to see you. From the upside.
As you all enter.
We're,
yes?
we're actually from the up dog. Not the upside.
He looks confused
What?
for a moment.
Why you come here?
Worms downstairs.
That's private. You're not supposed to share that with him.
I mean, worms in the, in the bar. It's causing some issues. We think you got some faulty pipe work over here.
Yes, worms. Worms came from the dangerous side. You can look if you want. My goblins won't go there anymore.
All right. Is there a way to approximate where we think the issues might be, the source of them might be, of the broken pipes and all that?
Let's see. He will get up, kind of jump down onto the floor. You see the goblins kind of shuffle around, watching what he's doing. He makes his way over to.
You either go back the way you came and tell the goblins let you in the other side of the bridge,
Kind of indicating that rotating room.
or I'm gonna head through the way of death.
You hear the goblins in the background,
Oh, death.
like hissing, backing away.
What is this guy's vibe? Like, is he like being earnest, or is
Make
he
an
like?
insight check. I mean, these people, the goblins seem fairly tribal. The fact that they are not being violent towards you is solely probably because you're such a large group, you would hazard a guess. As for the chief, let's see here. His general demeanor, he seems like he's trying to save face. From what he has told you, from what you can gather here, it looks like he has maybe lost a fair few goblin soldiers trying to plumb the secrets of this place. And if someone else could do it, you know, that'll be great.
Give you a lot of manpower.
Why is it called the Way of Death exactly?
Goblins,
Go. He points to this strange disc inside the room here.
goblins go in, they go somewhere else. They don't come back.
Yep, that seems like a way of death.
No, that's accurate.
Do you know what's? You said it's the danger zone or the danger room where
Yeah,
the
it's this room
rustwyrms
here.
came from.
He's saying the
Okay.
goblins that stand on that platform, they disappear and they don't come back. He's not sure how it connects with everything, so you can try that way if you like. Otherwise, you can backtrack and go through the other door back here in the distance. I mean, this is just what he's telling you to do. Feel free to make your own way.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, it can't be that bad. Maybe it's probably fine. There's nothing
Yeah, where?
dangerous down here. Well, malicious. It's probably just not figuring out how that room's meant to work.
Yeah, Way of Death sounds kind of fun. Let's try it.
All right,
Okay.
sure.
Yes, yeah, yes, go.
It could be like a shower. Maybe they're just allergic to water.
So you guys begin to step into the room one by one. You see a strange pedestal on the ground that has these kind of circles and strange symbols carved into it. Are you just getting on top? What's the plan here?
No.
We'll go.
If anyone wants to give me an
I'll kick it.
Arcana check.
I'll put Fletcher on it. I'll say, Fletcher, go for a trip.
Who's that?
Your chameleon?
A chameleon.
Yep.
That's no.
Well, as you begin to look at the strange symbols and sigils here, you use the passing of the chameleon to kind of study the processes involved here. And what you gather is definitely teleportation magic. On an impressive scale, in fact, it seems to be shrunk down to kind of a small scale reproduction. And you would hazard a guess that this pad probably takes you somewhere not too distant from where you are now.
Oh, Fletcher's gone.
He is.
But he still exists
You can.
somewhere.
He's not dead.
See, it's not a death trap. It's a you go somewhere trap.
Yeah, someone should die. I step on it.
Well, Fletcher's
Or
fine.
maybe not.
Too late. Your foot, as soon as you kind of touch any part of your skin onto it, it flashes into existence, and you find yourself in a very pungent room. You can see a couple of rotting goblins and two very sealed doors here. Oh, looks like you can peek through this one.
At all. Well, I better go fetch. I'll also jump on. Didn't seem too dangerous.
Okay, one by one, whoever is stepping on you disappears to reappear somewhere else in the facility.
As I appear in the room, I go, "Oh, what is that smell?" I look around. I was like, "How long have they been in here?"
Seems like a while.
I mean, you're welcome to make a
Oh.
medicine check, but definitely a couple of days.
I'll try a medicine check. Not very good. A while.
Oh, yeah. You would guess just over 5 days at this point. It's starting to look pretty chunky.
Are the doors here, they're sealed, are they like super sealed, like big old vault things, or they just look like doors that just weren't opened?
It looks like they are locked, is what it is. You can see kind of scratches around the keyholes to no avail. It looks like these creatures tried, but just could not get out this room. And the portal doesn't seem to be active in the opposite direction.
I'm gonna take a guess here then, and if these doors are sealed, and that teleportation object doesn't work the other way, perhaps they died of suffocation. If there is no air here, I am uncertain.
Right.
With Way's medicine check, most likely that they ran out of supplies. If they'd been here long enough, they would have starved. Not pretty. But regardless, if anyone would like to give me any other check in the situation here.
I would like to lockpick the door, the right door. Oh, I'm big. Never mind.
Oh.
I'm deleting the token.
And I would like to look at this teleporter to see if I can figure out why this one doesn't work, but the other one does.
Sure.
It's right. Increase door.
Give me an
Have a look
arcana
around on
check.
the walls. Maybe there's a switch.
You are welcome to. Give me a perception check. So Cole, that will do the job. And you can see that it was a little bit harder because of how the goblins like scratched at the inner mechanisms as much as they could. But a 16 will unlock the door. You hear the mechanism open, and you can open it yourself now just by clicking on it.
Boop. I see a bad bug. No, I see something, and I slowly close the door. I saw something, guys. Someone else go. I don't like them.
Here.
Creepy crawlies.
They probably will hit me. I'll walk in.
I'll stand behind you.
Okay, stepping into the room, you can see kind of slowly meandering about like kind of pointless Roombas. These tiny little constructs. They look like little crabs with pincers.
I don't trust it.
Oh,
They're plotting. They're plotting.
They
Do
are,
you
but
know
they're
what they
here.
are?
You are welcome to, let's see, Arcana or
Aw.
History.
Oh. I'm pretty sure they're evil. That's what I think.
Ah, that's where I put my Roomba.
Yeah, you recognize these as Vox Seekers. They are typically wind up, so these ones must have kind of a secondary power source, but they are attracted to sound. Nearest voice they will lock onto and just attack.
Oh, amazing. Knowing this, I will now activate my magical tinkering and have it so that when tapped by a creature, the object emits a recorded message that can be heard 10 feet away. So I'm going to whisper into it saying, "Oh boy, I hope nobody rushes me." And then I'd like to throw it as far as I can to the other side of the room.
I'm sure. You immediately see these creatures
Hell
kind
yeah.
of all peel over in that direction, following the sounds. These little
All right,
mechanical crabs.
whispering. All right, go, go, go. Open the other
As
door.
I said,
Where are we
It-
going? And what are those creatures?
evil.
have
That's
no
where they are. I already
idea.
said that.
You hear in the background, oh boy, I hope nobody rushes me.
Close the
Does
door.
this
Don't
door
let the
open?
crabs.
I'm gonna close it behind us. Boop.
Aw.
Wait.
What if they were maintenance creatures?
Works every time.
There could be. But I don't want to
This
risk it.
happened to
There
you
were so
before.
many of
What do you
them.
mean? What do you mean works every time? Has this happened to you before?
Oh, look, a
This is not
goblin.
new territory for you.
Ignoring that question.
So
Who's
this,
it with this goblin?
this goblin is not looking too well. Now the room you've stepped out into is kind of large machinery and gears along the walls that are currently stationary. In the other room they were turning and still active. This goblin looks wounded. There's something wrong with him. His skin is like abraded and gross, and he is hanging in midair, seemingly with no wires support, anything. Is slowly rotating
Oh.
on the spot, and he's
Oh.
not conscious.
Oh, fuck that.
And I look up. Is there something on the ceiling?
Make a perception check for me.
There's something on the
Can I
ceiling.
make one as well?
Even if I get a 1, I'm seeing stuff on the ceiling. There is something on the ceiling, no matter what you say to me.
Can I look around as well?
Yeah, sure. You're welcome to look around.
I'm just
Or
gonna scream.
look around.
It's on the ceiling to make everybody look.
Yeah.
Guys, that goblin is flying, floating. What's going on?
Hovering?
Everyone starts getting paranoid. So, you do notice signs that this is probably not the first goblin that suffered whatever fate he is suffering. You can see, kind of in random spots, pushed into against the wall, or just kind of like covered in dirt and really hard to see at this point. Bits of kind of clothing, maybe a dagger, little things indicating that life has visited this chamber, and since people have settled here. As something dashes across the roof into the darkness, keeping amongst the gears. You follow its movements as it skitters. You catch sight of a creature that kind of taking a defensive position amongst the gears. Looks something like this. Let's see if this works. Put this on the right layer first.
It's gonna hear a call say, "Oh, I was right."
Oh no. Oh, what the?
Oh no.
Oh, it's Mama Roomba.
It seems to be some
Why
kind
does
of
it
large. It looks like an organic spider, except it seems to have incorporated aspects of the crystals found in the. You recognize it as like the crystals used in Frax engines. And this blinking light of like a single eye on the back of the creature as it kind of descends. You see it flash and pulse, and it gives out that same kind of hiss and leaking of light that you've seen Rickle's prosthetic leg give out as well. And it sees a meal here, and we're going to go ahead and roll initiative. So first, let's get all your tokens down.
I would probably be right next to the door because I'm usually in the back.
Yeah.
It'd be more in the front.
Yeah,
Oh,
move
no, I thought
yourself
it's in
where
the
you
back.
want to be.
On character.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Who are we missing?
Oh, that is bad. Let's go.
We're
think
missing
that
one
took-
crazy elf. There we go.
I think that
Oh
token's
no! Oh
on-
no! There's two of them.
Oh, he's multiplying.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, your one's freaking out. Check. Let me change that.
How many people were inside that coat?
Okay, it should work now.
Seems 3. That's how it works, right?
And before we start combat, we're also going to go ahead and take a halfway break here to get something to drink and stuff.
No problem.
Alright.
It's a coffee time.
We haven't had our break, have we?
Yeah,
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll see you in a moment.
All right.
Question to anyone who knows. Oh, someone left.
No.
How does guns work? Like, what do I roll? Is it
You load
dexterity?
them,
Is it?
and then you
Oh.
shoot. Yeah, dexterity.
Ah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Do you have proficiency with guns?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
No.
So yes,
Really?
it's dexterity. Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
I
need
took a very
proficiency with
human.
guns. You just shoot them and then hope for the best.
I mean, you were
I
you
thought
you
we
could have
all had proficiency, or did we not?
Yeah, so you can sometimes get.
you can pick it up like
weird.
editing custom backgrounds. There's multiple ways to get it fairly easily.
I just went the gunner feat because I kind of like the idea of also holding, like, being able to shoot close range. So
Nice.
That makes sense. Yeah.
If you're proficient in all ranged weapons, would you be proficient in firearms, or is that a specific thing?
I think in normal D&D that would be a specific thing, but here I would say that could include firearms. That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. I'm gonna be right back.
is it like kind of like a crossbow, the same attack roll, but just
Yeah.
different ranges and
Yep.
Yeah,
sounds
basically.
good.
I found that the
It's
other
just
week.
Yeah, your dexterity and your proficiency bonus.
It sounds like I'm just gonna copy the same stuff.
Exactly.
It
Yeah, just
you can-
change
basically
that.
is.
Yeah.
Sorry?
If you want me to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I found it. 1 second. I'll link the thing.
Well,
If it
I
works.
do not know where to look, so I just waited until there's actual comment. I was like, yeah, let's. I think that's the time where I'm gonna have to use it.
I think it's that. Yeah, that's the one.
Let's see.
Where did you link it?
In the
Discord.
general chat.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
got the
don't
top
see
two.
where.
Yeah, that looks right.
I don't understand where.
Below the goblins.
Yeah, no, I don't understand where it says.
Renaissance items.
All right.
I'll copy paste the wording.
No, yeah, I see. How do I know if it's dexterity or whatever? Like,
Oh
It's-
yeah,
it's
well
just
it's a gun. It's always dexterity.
Yeah.
oh, all right.
Yeah, ranged
enough.
weapons are always dexterity.
Well,
Yeah,
like
and
90%
it says
of the
ranged
time.
weapon.
Unless it's like a rock or something. I guess you could
Yeah.
use strength
I
if it's
love
big
rocks.
enough.
Oh my god,
You
best
can use
weapon.
a javelin or
Yeah.
a spear.
And I think
Yeah.
Also
also,
has, I think it's strength as well as a dart. I think you
Yeah,
can
if-
use strength.
Yeah,
I think
but that's
throwing
because they're
items
melee
as
weapons.
I think that's the difference. Yeah, it's the rolling items you can use strength instead of dex. All other ranged items you use dex.
Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, well,
So it
there,
says
there's
throw
ranged
on there.
weapons and throwing.
Yeah.
Unless you want to throw the gun.
I mean,
That sounds fun. I'm not gonna lie. Don't tempt me. I will do it.
it's like what, 3 pounds? It do something.
Yeah, throw a loaded gun and see if it goes off.
Will I believe.
Which way will it shoot? I don't know. That's part of the fun.
Wait, why does it keep changing? Stop being annoying. Oh, it's not being annoying. I just fucked up everything.
Nice.
Alright, I think I set it up.
Okay.
Hopefully correctly. Pew. Yeah. Oh no. Whoa. Why do I have a plus 10?
Woo.
No, oops, no, there you go. Good thing I checked, huh? Alright, now it's gonna be right. Alright.
You just added an
How did
extra
I get a
couple of
better
zeros
roll with
on
the
there.
+5? Wait, what is that? Alright. There you go. Works.
Ooh.
We have acquired the power of gun. Oh no!
Spider go
Uh-oh.
bug.
So I think we are missing some people on the initiative still.
Yeah, we're missing
Ah.
a robot.
Oh
A
yeah,
robot
I
and an
didn't click
elf.
on myself when I did the
Cool.
roll. I'll just click the roll button again. Where is it? There. Oh, it's only one higher. I think.
I think your last one was a 7.
No, it was a 21. Oh, that one. Oh, did I click it twice? Yeah, I clicked it twice.
The 21 was your perception.
Oh wait, no, that was perception. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm crazy. My memory is wonderful.
No problem. All right, so kicking things off then. It looks like we're all on the list. Crystal Crawler is the first to react here. In its own den, you can see this kind of spinning, floating goblin. That was its lunch until you guys interrupted. Where is my combat music? There we go. See if
It's
this looks-
nice, relaxing music, right? We're safe.
It actually is.
Just lo-fi beats. No.
No, not lo-fi beats.
Are you sure?
Evil cowboy. Here we go. Okay, Crystal Crawler. You see it moving along the roof, unexpectedly fast. Just you can hear these clinks as it pulls itself along the pipes and crawls towards the group here. The first thing it'll do is kind of move over the goblin. You see its abdomen glow and pulse with this kind of frax burst that you have seen before whenever these engines roar into life. And this one is going to target, let's see here, I think the closest, biggest one is going to be our way. It will hit you with a frax crystal pulse. Please give me a constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Shit, I was really hoping it'd be an armor class thing. Fuck.
Okay, no, that will succeed. You feel a pull as you recognize a binding when you feel one. It's one of the simple functions of a frax engine to kind of orientate gravity in another direction, and you suspect that's how the goblin is being suspended there, kind of gravity pulling him down and up at the same time, kind of the same force, as not getting you with its burst. It is just simply going to lash out with the bite. And let's see here. I'm gonna need, well, let's see if it hits first.
High armor class do something for me.
Unfortunately, it does not manage to do that. You can feel the spray of poison dripping off its mandibles as it lashes down at you, unable to find purchase. Valerie.
I am. Valerie's going to just take a step back and take and aim with her musket and hopefully fire at this thing.
A 13 will just hit, actually.
Oh, wow.
It's quite large,
Yeah.
not that armored.
Seeing as I hit, I'm going to mark it as my favorite foe. Oh, wait.
Nice. Okay.
So, concentrating on that, and I get an extra D4 damage on the first attack. Where's my attack roll? Sorry. And the D4.
Very nice.
Pew, pew.
Okay. Just explosion as a bit of its carapace is blasted off. You can hear kind of the shattering of crystal is what it sounds like as the creature screams in pain.
That's my turn.
All right, over to you, Tick.
I'm gonna pull out a taser and try to tase him.
Nice. Let's have it.
Let's go. Oh,
At 12 will just miss, I'm afraid. A creature kind of pulls up out of your grasp. You cannot reach it.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh no. I forgot
could
this
have given
ability.
yourself advantage.
Yeah. I'll use it now.
What's this?
I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna yell in fear. Draconic cry. As a
Ah,
bonus action, I'm gonna cry. To the start of my next turn. A fool I was. But I'll use up a usage and yell in fear. That's my turn.
all right. Wait.
What does Yell of Fear do?
You have advantage. Allies have advantage on attack rolls against
Oh.
these creatures.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just swing at it with a hammer. Oh, come the fuck up.
You have advantage. You got this.
Oh, yeah.
Don't roll another one though. That would be embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. That'd be. Fuck.
Unfortunately, pulling back, dodging the attacks. Are you keeping your position their way?
Yes. I'm just gonna try, kind of puff up my chest, be as big as possible, try to make sure he's looking at me.
Fair. Cortex.
Okay, I'm going to. I think I can just fire on it from here.
Sure.
So I think first though I will cast a Divine Favor as bonus action. Where did it go? There it goes. And then try and make an attack.
18 will do it. Bolt sinks into the creature, recoils. And 8 total. Little burst of radiant energy added on. Is there any way does that manifest any in particular way when you divine favor, like your weapons overcharge or?
Basically, she uses channels some of the light, into the weapon. I imagine her crossbow probably has like some little, light crystal on it or something, maybe the same that are used in the,
Nice,
light engines. So she just kind of channels it through there, and it gets a bit of a divine charge or a bit of a radiant charge on it.
Okay, as that goes off, are you holding position at the back of your party here? Are you moving?
Yeah, she's gonna move a little bit.
Sure. That brings us to you, Cole.
Cole will take his shot as well. Just a moment. Manage.
I think I tried to move a little bit further, but I am running
And-
into a wall, like an invisible wall or something.
What? That's weird.
I don't know. I put the character over here, and I can't see the character anymore.
Oh, that's the lighting.
I must not have your sight. How about now?
Yay!
Apologies.
Yes.
All right. I'll put a light.
Then I'll move all the way back over here, around the corner. Take cover.
Okay, Cole.
I went. Does that hit?
Oh, you rolled. That will, yes.
And I will use my sneak attack because I have advantage. And oh, that's a good roll.
Nice.
And I will also go around here and try to see if I can see anything here. But it seems like it's a little bit dark there. And that's it.
You blow one of the creature's legs off. You can hear it kind of crying in pain as some of its blood starts to drip to the ground. That brings us to Avery.
Oh, these are long tiles. Never mind. I can.
I will go. I will jump over to this side and then hit it over the back with the shovel, trying to knock it out of the air.
Sorry, can I just ask? Are these tiles meant to be 10 feet, or
Yes.
is that? Okay, that makes sense. Alright,
This is
just
big.
making sure.
16 will connect. You hear a crunch as it digs deep into the creature's exoskeleton as it rides, trying to throw you off. Is that going to be your turn, Avery?
Yep, that will be all.
Okay. So the creature is now kind of looking to the to escape into the kind of the skeleton of the brass colossus, looking to the hole in the ground there. Wait, I need to roll a d6. It does not get his Brax pulse back. So it is just going to, let's see, I think it'll bite at Avery this time. Sucks to be him. 6 is not going to do it. Unable to turn around as you keep your shovel kind of lodged into the creature and like a pole to keep it at bay. It is unable to rotate itself to get to you. It is going to just try and pull itself away to scramble down this hole. Tax opportunity from anyone who wants it there.
I'm gonna try to hit him with a wrench.
And you will have plus
Hit it
2.
with the shovel.
Yeah. With this creature has 5 health left. As it tries to leap away, multiple of the party members leap out and bludgeon it to death. The creature falls, slumped against the gears there, and falls still.
Well,
Never have I
I
ever
mi-
seen a spider
I'm gonna
so
hug
gross.
my pistol and be like, "Oh, I missed you."
I'm gonna try to get the big freaking engine inside, Prax engine inside of it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be right
I'll,
there
I'll
next
try
to
and
it,
pull it
trying to
up
see
so
what's
it's
in
away from
there.
the gears. It seems like a bad idea to leave it on top of them.
Sure, those gears
Is
are
this-
stationary at the moment.
Is this goblin still floating?
Yeah, that was my question.
He actually... That's a good question. Yeah, he would be.
Oh, how far? How high is he floating?
It would be about 10 feet off the ground.
I can get him
Can I
down
try
with
to
the
like
shovel.
pull him down?
If someone's like 4 feet tall, they can get on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And it'd be enough.
I have the reach of the shovel. I'll just try
I'm
and
gonna
knock
check
him
his
out.
pockets first of all.
It's like cleaning the spider's webs at home. You just get the little thing and hit it off.
As you pull the body
Nice.
down, while it seems living, the body seems stuck. Yes, Corvix?
I think
So I was
you've
just
been
wondering.
paralyzed.
It looks like some sort of arachnid creature, and a creature suspended in midair. I guess I'd probably direct the
Perception.
question towards Avery, being more of a naturalist. Is this the work of some sort of arachnid? Perhaps some sort of invisible threads, webs, something of the
Yes,
sort?
that seems very plausible. Some of the wildlife has mutated over the time, but we don't normally see ones get this big.
So you're welcome to give me
Then-
survival medicine, anything you'd like to try and look around if you'd like.
May I also?
Yeah, sure. Nature would also be appropriate.
May I raid his pockets? I'm taking payments for saving his life.
Eyes on the prize.
You can definitely
Mandatory payments, you know.
ruffle through there. It's not going to have been emptied or anything like that. So yeah, Avery, with your survival, Tick with your nature, it looks like the goblin is paralyzed, probably from the toxin of the spider itself. But as for the hovering state, that is from the innate ability of the creature's Frax engine. It is currently getting pulled upwards by gravity as much as it's getting pulled downwards, and it's kind of keeping it in the suspended state. If you push the goblin, it will like start to veer off, like a creature that's just levitating.
Oh, he should fall down eventually.
Yeah, it most
You think the fall
likely
would kill him?
it might.
Have we got a little bit of rope or something? We could just tie him up and carry him around.
So
Oh, balloon.
wherever you put him, he will stay. You can drag him and lie him gently on the ground, and he will remain on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Gravity's just kind of cancelled out on him at the moment.
Do we think he could
It's
hear
probably
us
safe
if
for
we
him.
spoke to him?
He probably needs a bit of time to get the poison out of his system. You're honestly not sure if it's busy turning his
He's
insides into
conscious.
soup. He may come back.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, while he's dying,
Yes, his pockets. Yes.
I heard. Yeah, his pockets also, but
Oh, maybe we should take him back to the, I guess, chief. Maybe get some good, getting good with
Yeah,
him.
we just got to figure out how to get back. Do we have to go after all those other little spider crabs?
Oh, the teleport portal doesn't work from this end, so it's no use going back that way.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we found the thing that's killing them anyways.
Probably. Maybe.
I mean, we don't know that yet. I'll address Ivory. You're a nature person. Do you think we can get the poison off that spider? Could be useful for
I'm pretty sure
completely
if
legitimate.
you can find it, you can probably cut it out.
I wouldn't know where to start. Do you know where to start?
We could. I've got my garden shears here. We should be able to just cut into there. We'll find it. We'll just do a big cut and then work our way in.
All right. Well, you're the expert. I'll just follow along and help you cut stuff. I'm assuming this is not your first time.
Well, I mean, he did roll a 23 survival. I'm happy to have that carry over. And I mean, the creature, even in death, it's already starting to dry up. But you can definitely at least get 2 small doses from it.
Yeah, it's just like squeezing juice out of an orange.
Oh,
Oh,
I hope you have something to put it in.
next time we should catch one alive. Imagine how much
So-
poison we can extract.
This creature still does rely on its bulk to hunt. Now, the poison you've got, it's a paralysis that only takes into effect if a creature is brought down to 0, and then it becomes stabilized but paralyzed.
Still worth
Now
it.
this could
I might be-
has some good medical uses.
might be able to scam some people. It's fine.
yeah. Not bad for a hostage. Just saying.
Yeah, melt your hostages. That's a very strategic way to go.
They're still living mostly.
So as for the goblin, I mean, he was not the wealthiest figure. There was just a couple of coppers and silvers in his pockets, unfortunately.
All right, well, whatever we can get.
Yeah.
I'll put that in chat.
So you said the crawler. It's like you said it was covered in crystal and metal.
And not so much metal, more crystal, though. Yeah, it definitely seems not like a plain natural creature, like something that is adapted for life on the ship.
Gotcha. Okay.
And yeah,
I'm assuming.
sorry.
I'm just saying. I'm assuming Tick has already taken as many crystal as he can.
That's what I was going to ask. Next is for Tick to make an Arcana check.
Boo.
So there are like a couple of crystals all over its body. It will take a long time to dig these out, as they're kind of attached. It's almost like they are like hydraulic joints. It's strange how this creature's body works. But as for it would be hard to say that the creature has a frax engine in itself. It does have the crystal that is necessary when creating one, but it's kind of learned to adapt it in its own regard. So you are able to, in a very messy manner, to kind of get that large central crystal. It does take you like 5-10 minutes. You just hear him heaving, sweating, swearing. But yeah, you would have to find something to actually be done with it. It needs all the machinery around it as well. But it's something. And if you could create an engine with a crystal this size, it would probably be quite valuable.
Amazing. What should I put that in my inventory as?
Large frax
crystal.
crystal.
I'm gonna lean down next to Tig. I was like, "Hey, want to come by my workshop? We can work on this together."
Yeah, we're gonna have to carry this one along behind us.
All right, but you got to carry it.
Yeah, I can probably carry it. I mean, how heavy is it?
It's it's not
How
crazy
big is it?
heavy. It's probably it's smaller than it's about the size of Tick's head, I would say, because he's a bit of a small
Oh.
guy.
Ah, yeah, that's pretty big. It's like a melon.
That's
Oh,
really
you're funny.
carrying a second hand head.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, let's push through.
Yeah.
No problem.
So yeah, you guys see that the passage curves and stairs lead up. As you arrive at the location, lights flare into existence next to a large double door that's set up here. You can see kind of beautiful embossed imagery all along gears and kind of workshops and depictions of the Prax engines themselves. You can also see, last thing, there are two lines that run along the walls leading up to this position. They run into large, each side of the door has like a single large gear in the center that connects to gears in the walls on either side.
I just wanted to ask, can we do the balloon carry of the goblin just in case we do want to bring him with us?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like carry it.
Tie a rope to his
I'm
foot
just
or
gonna tie-
something.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
I go, Tick, do you have a way to get this door to work? Or get these gears going?
I push the door open.
It is solidly lodged, stuck. You can make investigation checks or anything else you want to try.
Yep, definitely locked.
Oh,
Oh, damn. Okay.
he looked very hard.
He's inspired.
So yeah, this is definitely locked, and it is quite an impressive piece of work here. This door is reinforced, and it is not something that can be picked. There's two mechanisms that need to be activated here, and you can see one attached to the side of each of the doors here, leading off into the distance. Following the line back, you've probably already been to the mechanisms that open one half. That's where you fought the carrion crawler. As you see the other line run in the other direction, you would imagine you need to follow that as well.
I have a question. What? Can I make a check to see like how hard it would be to smash the door open?
Sure. I mean, let's see. Perception, investigation as well. Or if you'd like to use your tools, you could make like a blacksmith tools check, I guess, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this.
So you would need a pretty high amount of strength here. Out of character, the DC is going to be 25.
Oh,
Nope.
can I even make
How much-
that on normal?
I
I
don't
wanna
think I
try
can
that.
open this one with my shovel.
I
I'm
can't
trying
make
it.
that on a nat 20. I can't.
It's like a straight strength check.
Athletics.
Athletics. All right.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
I attempted it.
Well,
no, it's
door
not
to
moving.
door, I will skip.
Okay.
Well, mark that one for later. That
Yep.
looks like an interesting room. You can check it out later.
Yeah, we'll hit this back up on the way.
We'll get to it.
Sure. Door does not seem to be locked in front of you. Welcome to open it.
Yeah, go ahead, open.
I will steal the light.
As you step in, you see another room filled with seized machinery, unmoving.
I'll keep a quick look around. No spider. Nope, no spider. Okay, we're all good.
Spiders.
We're behind you. No, I was kidding.
hate I actually jumped.
Is another door?
No, that is just an alcove in the wall.
So,
Okay.
before we make it back to the goblin. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was going to say in the alcove you do see kind of levers, knobs, dials. Looks like some form of a control panel for the machinery here.
Oh, I'll pull
Click all
one.
of them. Hey, Dick, click all of them.
Can I consider which ones I should click?
Sure. If you'd like to make investigation, you're welcome to do so.
Jeez, you
Wow.
can't
Say,
roll low ever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, one of the levers says self-destruct sequence, and I just don't even
Pull
look
it.
at it.
Nice. You see that there are a variety of controls here, and you can easily start the gears turning here, which is going to start rotating and allowing one side of the lock to open.
Oh,
Great.
I did it.
Told you, just click all of them.
You kind of see ancient machinery burst into life here. Dust flying up into the air as
Oh,
the gears begin to
so
turn
much
again.
dust everywhere.
Yeah.
I'll run out of the room. These ones look like coughing and sneezing, going, oh!
I'm from the
Yeah,
blues, I'm used to it.
This whole place looks like it hasn't been visited in decades, besides like spiders and other things like that.
Is there a door here?
There is a door here. Yeah. You can hear the goblins on the other side of the door beyond. They never mentioned this part, actually. But,
Wait, before.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, that's
I was just gonna say, before we go back to the goblins, we need to decide if we're gonna be cool with them, or if they pull something, are we gonna try to, end it?
I mean, if they poop something, we have enough guns. I think you can guess the next spot. But I don't think they'll pull
There are a
something.
lot
We're
of
working
them.
for them.
We do have a hostage as well now.
He is a balloon.
Maybe.
He's still living though.
Yeah, you see him there, kind of
Technically,
gently,
yes.
dragging against the wall.
Yeah, hit him on the
Maybe
work
I'll-
by accident.
Maybe they'll put us into good graces if we.
Yeah.
Looks like, well,
All
we're
deck.
bringing one of their men back, so.
Or they'll accuse us of murder. Who knows?
Well, in that case,
I kind of want to see how to open up this big
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Do we have to chase those little crabs? Maybe the little crabs know. We should go ask them.
No, they're
Yeah,
creepy.
Go have a conversation.
Okay, I'll be back.
Is it
Why?
possible to just open this door and go through it?
It is pretty barred from this side, but yeah, you would be able to kind of remove these like multiple metal rods that have been jammed up against it. From this side, it should be pretty simple.
Okay. Just clear the door, I guess, and open it.
Alright.
You see
Lead the party.
goblins jump back, surprised, shocked, as it looks like Chief. He's got such a funny name, I can't keep it in my head. Hold on. Where is it? Chief Yuxelwig. There we go. Sprints over.
You open the door. Well, everything you find back there is property of Chief Yuxelwig.
Ooh, shiny!
You did not know this existed or where your people had gone. But 30 minutes ago, you have no claim here.
He looks like he is ready to dispute that, but says nothing of it for the meantime. Are you
Alright, well,
coming out of this? Or what are you doing?
I know where this place... Yeah, I'm just leaving. I was like, okay, well, this place leads back to
I'm good.
the goblins.
I'm gonna close the door behind her and just kind of, tower over him and try to intimidate him a little bit as I close it.
Nice. He'll definitely close to the
It's a
side
kobold.
as well. No, that was
can play each other
Wade
up.
speaking.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
No problem.
It's all
Much
still don't
more-
have the voices
much more
down. Yeah, that's
intimidating.
He's pretty big. He's a big one. He's a big boy. Oh, it's dark here.
Let me turn on daylight mode because lights do follow you around.
I can't actually see where I am. I'm in the fog of war. I can.
You should be able to see now.
Yeah, you should be able to see now.
Ooh.
Should be daylight.
I still don't see
No.
anything either.
Hold on.
Maybe if I
No,
refresh.
that's-
Daylight mode got
No, that is the actual vision is giving problems. Hold on.
Oh, that works.
We are not permitted to have eyes.
Yeah. Oh, did I not tell you I stole those? Sorry, I thought it was
You're a
obvious.
very good thief.
Okay, I will get all this sorted out. For the moment, I'll just drop a party token.
Disappeared. What?
I tried to use the special new button they added, and I made my whole game freeze. Apologies.
No problem.
Never trust
Party
the buttons.
tokens work the best.
All right. So yeah, you can hear the creatures scuttling around in the room up ahead. Are you looking to open the second half? Though you'd be able to tell that this is the machinery you need to look at.
Oh, I did not pick up on that. I thought it wasn't that. Oh, well.
Yes. But there's no control panel in there, is there?
Can I try it? I'm gonna try just clicking
There
random
actually is.
buttons.
Oh, it is right there.
No, I'll do it. It's fine.
No, I'm working here.
I like go between his legs to go pull the right levers.
Yeah, I know you've done the roll for the other one. The machinery here is the same.
I'm gonna immediately
sweet.
just start running back to the door that we think this unlocks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go with
just to have eyes on it to see if it works.
I'm just bothering Tick, making his life a lot harder, just pushing random buttons. He's like, no,
No,
you're not
not
supposed
that one. Please don't.
Hey, I call dibs.
So, you see spinning, whirring. You hear all the mechanisms kind of activating throughout the passageways and up to the door, which itself starts to open. You can see the large gears embedded into the door get pulled as the door opens, not kind of outwards or inwards, but gets dragged into the wall with the use of the mechanisms at play here.
This is a nice door.
Just saying we should lock it after we finish here.
Yeah.
I don't like this goblin guy.
Yeah.
That is something I haven't seen before.
Yeah, as you step into the room beyond, you have stepped into someplace ancient, someplace deep inside the brass Colossus itself that you have not seen a Frax engine of this size. Perhaps some of you may have witnessed kind of the primary engines that drive the machine. They're not that out of the way, but this is larger than any of the ones that are used in day-to-day life. And it is currently sitting dormant. It looks like it's rigged up to a whole bunch of machinery here already as if to serve a purpose.
Ooh, we should activate it.
Hey guys, should we go tell someone about this?
Fuck no. This is ours.
Not goblin guy, that's ours. Yeah.
Is it on currently?
I'm watching the door, by the way. I'm
No,
staying
it's
here. I don't
turned
trust
off.
this room at all.
Okay. You can recognize it's a Frax engine, but it's turned off right now. None of the gears are like moving or
Correct.
operating or anything. Okay. Hmm.
And let's see here. Did I see on your picture, Corvix, was there a little symbol? Is there like an emblem or something there?
Yeah, there is.
Does that hold a significance to your character?
It would probably just hold like the significance of her rank, but she doesn't remember what it meant. It was so long ago.
Fair enough. You see the same symbol etched into the pillar next to you.
That is confusing to her. She just like looks at it and tries to examine it. I guess touching it, seeing if it activates or anything, or
You guys have the same colors on you. Symbols. That's the word.
Colors is better.
And as you kind of reach out and touch it, you feel like almost a jolt of power pass between you and the pillar there, and as if like a sigil filling with light, it does begin to blaze into very, very obvious kind of activation. You see it spreading to the other ruins and other symbols, and down into the floor itself, the pillar begins to glow, and this activates the next pillar and the next pillar, and pretty soon each one, there's 4 in the room total, begin to glow and hum, and you can hear this like you can see this golden radiance, almost like a fine mist turned sand, kind of creeping out over the floor, as definitely the same kind of energy is involved that you've seen with the Frax engines, and this one starts to slowly, first a little flicker, then a gleam, and then a glorious radiance as it burns into an existence and
Oh no.
floods the entire room awash with light. You
I will
hear, as this
go.
happens, a goblin scream somewhere in the background.
I will also scream and take a couple of steps back, going, "Ah, my eyes!"
I'm in the
Pulls his
entrance.
goggles down.
Hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
What did you just do? What's happened?
apparently it has activated. This is now a
I can
working
see
engine.
that.
I'm
How
readying
did you
my gun,
activate it?
my pistol.
Oh no.
Okay.
What?
I have a...
I'm afraid I do not have any further answers. I cannot recall any information at this time.
What's that's gonna do? What if something's now gonna go wrong somewhere else in the ship? This could be big trouble.
I will
That
come
sounds
here
like
and
somebody
say,
else's
well,
problem.
This is
it's
great.
better that we activated it than the goblins. You don't know what they would
Yeah.
do.
But we
Fuck
don't
these
know what it
goblins.
does.
Do we still
these
hear
goblins.
screaming in the background?
Yes, you heard not the whole
Oh no.
not the whole tribe. It was kind of like a single goblin scream, muffled by walls blocking it.
It's
Oh
fine.
boy.
Sound like just like a yelp of "Eep," that just moved, like when it shouldn't, or like I'm being
Like a
clobbered to death.
surprised scream that cut off very suddenly.
Well,
Oh boy.
doesn't matter. Too late. He's dead. Move
Screw
to the
them, this
next
is our
one.
turf now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, there's
I
not
think
much
that-
we can do here. We'll have to inspect the area again and see if anything's changed. Hopefully,
walk up
nothing
and
too
say-
bad happens.
So wait, we came here to investigate disturbances. I think we just caused the biggest disturbance yet. Should we be worried about that?
Oh no.
We should be fine.
No.
I'll just report it, and hopefully they can figure out what happened.
I
Report
would
it to
believe
who?
a Frax engine activation should not be cause for concern or worry.
Yeah.
However, it does not stop the problem of water leaking everywhere, and we were
That is
told
true.
that there were monsters, creatures, wild things. We should keep
Yeah, we should
searching
prob-
for them.
Yes.
Yeah, we should get back to that.
let's check that other passageway. Maybe something has fixed itself over there.
Real quick before we get out of here, can I like see if there's anything I recognize from my forge in here?
Sure. You can give me any kind of check you feel would be appropriate. So you're looking for similarities in order to what? See if you could do something in this place, or what is your kind of end goal?
It's just like I see that Corvix, same symbol was on the pillar, and she was in the forge. So I want to see if there's anything else that is like that. Any other symbols, maybe some like if I could see if any of the alloy is here. Anything.
Okay, that's very interesting. See here. Well, this engine, it's the machine itself is extremely ornate. The quality of the materials being used there or something. As you look around, let's see. It would kind of have the general same aesthetic. You would guess that this was used as kind of an ancient workshop, maybe probably around the same time that the forge you found was being used, to be honest. Given enough time, you might be able to glean something from the building techniques used here, or something along those lines.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and
Sure.
I'll go back with them.
In the distance, I mean, you hear nothing but silence from the rooms, and with the box seekers, they wait for voice activation, anything to hunt. So I don't know how you're approaching that situation.
And
yes,
I'm gonna exclaim loudly. All right, I'm trying to close the doors now, and I will go to the walls. And then
you immediately hear little like spider claws.
Oh, whoops. Well,
I mean, the creatures, they
I'm
are
just
pretty simple constructs, but they do pack a wallop. You can see they start to converge on the door here.
Oh, can we bar that door so no one could get in from the other side?
Which one?
Which
we paid for
door?
that.
No, where the crabs are.
You can.
Okay. Man. Okay, I'm gonna try to bar it as best as I can. And so, not necessarily so that the crabs can't get through, but if something, larger like a humanoid couldn't get through it.
Sure. Take a couple of minutes kind of grabbing random bits of metal things to kind of wedge up against it.
Got it. Okay, yeah, that's all for now.
Okay. So you do see with the activation of the Frax engine, it's like this place has come to life again. All the lights are burning into life at once, not kind of just following your movement around the place. You can see that all the machinery is kind of whirring and throwing the dust off of it. Yeah, you kind of turn the main switch, so to speak.
You're gonna need a cleaning service down here.
Is there a way to close the main door for the flux engine, or is that not possible anymore? If I try to tinker with the switches.
You can manage to close the door again, yes.
All right, just for safety. I don't trust goblins.
Yeah.
Especially ones that scream. Everything around here is mine.
I mean, finders keepers. You
Yeah.
found this place.
Well,
Worst
we
case
found
scenario-
this switch engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst case, we just have like a small turf war with them.
So what's the plan from here?
I feel that
Yeah.
we must proceed back towards these small
we're back.
constructs. There seems to be no
we-
further way
We
forward.
gotta clear out the crabs.
Is there another door in that room?
You can approach the area from another direction if you backtrack all the way back to the goblins and take that circular room
Mm.
in the west direction instead of going east.
In either
I have-
case, we will need to fight them, though, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I have a fucked up idea, but please hear me out.
Okay.
What if we just tell the goblins that we cleared out everything and they take the teleporter and now they're stuck in a room with those crabs that's now barred from this side?
Can they not simply take the other room? The same route we would
Yeah.
take to get to them?
Well, I'm hoping that we could try to convince them to not to.
That seems complicated. I'd rather just deal with it.
That's fair. Okay.
They're just tiny little crabs. They'll be
That's true.
little.
I think they mean the goblins.
Maybe we can just like unwind them.
I do not
They're
see
just
the
like big
benefit
ants.
of exterminating the goblins from this area, other than to cease
could
their
be useful.
meddling with other machinery here.
And who knows? Now that everything's turned on, they might decide it's best not to be here.
I do have an idea.
Oh no.
Open the door, run back really fast, yell, and have them all come into this corridor. I've been working. I was working on something over at I forgot the name of the
Hive.
Thrycreen. At that dude's place. At the
Hive?
I've been working on something at the Hive. I think it'd be pretty special.
Will
Sure.
it explode the doors and make them
Uh,
unusable?
No, well, maybe if they're closed. If they're open, maybe not.
Will it explode on us if we are near the corridor and the doors are
don't-
open?
Don't be in the corridors.
Oh, understood. And I go out. Understood the assignment.
Okay.
All right, Avery. Open the door and run, and also yell and wave your arms.
Okay. I'll open the door and say, "Hey, little guys, do you want some food? There's more heaps this way." And I'll wave one of the spider legs in front of me and go say, "Come on, let's go."
See, they're all
And then
kind of
I'll
just,
throw
like,
it on the floor in the corridor.
flowing in. Their speed is about 20 feet. It's a bit ponderous, but they are just following the sounds.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna wait for them as many as possible to be in this doorway, like 5 feet in front of me. And as soon as I see, as soon as right before they get to me, I'd like to fire off a Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Nice. Yeah, you see them swarming over each other. As how are you shooting this?
In a 30-foot, 30 by 5 line, just right in front of me through this door.
What contraption are you using
Yeah,
to
you
shoot
like
it off?
Squeezing it out of toothpaste.
Are you
or like-
spitting at them? Tattoo.
Yeah, it's a he's got two different vials and a large like gun-shaped contraption. He pours them both in there at the same time and starts violently fizzing. He lets it loose a latch and it goes. It's kind of like putting a Mento inside of a soda. Like when they
You shake
when they
it all up
interact
and
with
then
yeah, when they interact with each other, they just fire out. So he's pointing that at them. DC 13. Oh, I love that.
Hold on, I need 2 more.
It's
Oh.
Tasha's Caustic Volcano.
It's probably the best
Oh,
spell
wow.
ever done in the history of
Nice.
D&D.
I think so.
only one success.
Yeah.
I've never used that spell, and I played so long as an artificer. Good job.
I jump out and this big Mentos Coke cannon fires out with an acid. And at the start of their turns, they will take 6 acid. Hey, all right. Cool.
They are not all dead. The one that succeeded is still coming, and one or two of them still survive on. Oh god, they're all linked on like 1 health.
Hmm. Well, luckily, I say run. Let's see. What happens? They have to use their actions to scrape it off on their turn, or they'll take damage on
Yep.
their next turn as well.
Aha.
But
Are they smart enough to do that? That's the question.
No.
I'm gonna shoot him and take a step back.
They're like wind-up toys that follow sound.
Probably will
I'll
just
stop.
die.
Like really close it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just hear them like melting until there's a pile of amalgamated metal in the corridor beyond.
You just hear the shh, and then some popping sounds every now and then.
There's like one that's vague, that's desperately trying to like scrape at the door to get to you.
Are we sure they're malicious? Maybe they just want friends.
They're not
Go see.
Well,
intelligent. They have one intelligence. They're just tiny constructs.
I know, they're
They're
just
not a
so cute.
chameleon.
I want one.
Well, there's
Chemical
Yeah.
warfare. I like it.
there's one that is
Find
completely
familiar.
untouched, and I'd say that one by itself, if someone to help you restrain them, you could take it.
I'll try and open the door and pick it up. See what
It could
happens.
be a ranger pet.
It will try and snap at you. 17 to hit. You take 1 piercing
Yeah.
and 3 lightning.
I just go, yeah, and then I drop it.
It like falls on its back, and you
Aw.
just see these legs flailing uselessly.
Pursue it. Fuck.
Aw.
But
He attacked first. Self-defense.
you can see that outside of the room that it was in, it looks like the spring does wind down here, and the creature eventually stops moving.
Oh.
I'll pick it up.
Careful. It just stung. I'm so bad at names. Avery.
Yeah,
I
sorry
disappeared
about
as
that.
well. I have
I'm
been
gonna-
deleted.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in my bag. It's come with me.
That's a good idea. It's probably not gonna come back, right? To literally bite you in the ass. Not even figuratively.
Well, the room beyond is now devoid of creatures. You can see a couple of blood stains further onto the other side. Probably the last couple of goblins that try to come through here.
I push behind Tick. Oh, more buttons.
Yeah, you find control panels for. You look outside, and there's actually along the roof here. There seems to be a variety of appendages and strange armatures that indicate the room itself that you guys are currently standing in is actually some kind of interesting workshop that you have not seen the capabilities of before. You're welcome to make some kind of check, arcana, investigation.
Yes.
We just look at Corvix and Tick and say, "You guys know anything about this stuff?"
So,
Hmm.
10 arcana. Oh, sorry, interrupt you there. You can't be exactly sure, but it's definitely where some things are put together from what looking around, seeing the tools that are attached to the walls and the roofs.
Some type of assembly area.
There was also, just so you guys are aware, in that room you teleported into, there was another locked door to the north, and then there's another door to the south here that looks like it's been. Well, the goblin said they locked this one from the other side, so this one is most likely locked.
Got it.
All these books, or what are these?
Those are books, and you see a couple of interesting looking things, some rolled up parchments, bits and bobs.
Take the bits and throw the bobs. No.
Oh, that's the stinky room.
Hmm.
I'll
Not interested
Go
in
over here and
litter
see if
here.
this door's open.
It is locked.
Do
Okay.
the
Tick.
books look like they're moldy, or are they plate books? Are they just regular paper books? Are they, I don't know, hologram messages?
They do seem to be regular paper books, but they have been treated with some kind of waxy covering. It looks like they have survived quite well.
I'll at least go over and like pick up a book or like see what the titles are or something, and see if
Yeah,
it's even in a language that I
wanna see.
understand, because could be some sort of instructions or something.
Sure.
I'll try to lockpick the north door, by the way, afterwards.
All right. A 14 is not going to do it, I'm afraid. You see one of your pins bend, and you're welcome to try again in a bit. It's going to be a higher DC, and if you fail this one, you will budge the lock.
I'll
Can I
help
give
him
the
out.
help
I'll give him
action?
some encouragement.
If you are proficient with thieves' tools, you're welcome to help him.
I am.
Oh, I can be a distraction.
I am frustrated, like, oh, just work. I've done this thousands of times. Oh, that's nice.
As for you, Corvix, you opening up some of the books here, you see some of them kind of are a bit beyond you. Well, to be honest, most of them are a bit beyond you. They seem to be quite in-depth technical drawings of machinery, and I'm just assuming your character does not remember kind of the ins and outs of any mechanical workings, even if you were kind of a repair bot at some point. Is that correct?
Yeah, she was really just built for war and for
Fair.
assault. She was not built for repairs at all, so the technical drawings are just like gobbledygook, and just she'll hand them over to probably Way.
And well, the one thing, as you kind of about to hand it over, you do notice something that catches your attention here. The same symbol that was on the door now and on yourself. As you come over, you're welcome to also take a look at these. Let's see here. Do you want to give me some kind of give me a tools check, in fact.
Okay, how do I?
Are
What-
you on
what
roll
ability is
20?
that?
Oh, you can use whatever ability. Wisdom would be fine. Intelligence.
Okay. All right, let's go with wisdom. Right. Okay.
Nice. A bit more information. You are able to pull that these look like machine drawings. Specifically, you can see broken down into smaller parts. And ripped apart in terms of kind of technical drawings, so it's hard to kind of really see what you're looking at if you don't have the trained eye. You can see sketches of arms, legs, chests, joints, strange little bits you're not fully sure of, but this looks like a construction guide, some kind of mechanical creature. In fact, all the
Does
notes around here kind of generally follow the same vein.
Got it. First question: does it seem like they look like any of them look like the same model as Corvix?
Yeah, one or two of them could be.
Okay, so I'm gonna take all the books and just shove them in my bag.
Nice. The thieves' tools. 22. The door opens.
Plonk.
Uh,
I say, there you go, and lead the ever to open the door. You do that.
Okay. I'll happily open the door. Oh, look, there's a box!
Oh, I move you out of the way. A box.
A box, you say?
You probably hear that echoing down through the halls.
What about
I'll
what?
try and open the lid.
huh? Bob?
Box.
Hey, boss, it sounds
Nothing
like
to
they found a
back.
box.
Oh.
Goblins like pouring out of the doors. But yeah, the chest itself does have a pretty pathetic lock on. Now that you've made it through the door, it's child's play.
Alright, nice. So you have to let me open it.
And
Try kicking it.
inside, it does look like this probably held a lot more at one point, and in fact, it's a really scant. You're kind of looking down at an empty pantry here, but you do see a couple of gems lying along the bottom of a dusty chest, next to what looks to be a strange amulet with gears and clockwork on it.
I
Rock,
haven't
paper,
gotten
scissors on
jewelry
it?
in a while.
Rock, paper, scissors?
Okay. I'll pull out my garden shears. Rock, paper,
While they're doing that, I'll cast Identify on the amulet or the necklace.
Nice. Okay, this item is a clockwork amulet. Yeah, so it's got a bit of the magical mechanism on it. You can choose to take a 10 on an attack roll,
Yeah.
plus your modifiers, so most likely a hit for lower class creatures.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the gems themselves, where's my note here? There are 3 of them, and they look to be worth about 40 gold pieces each.
Alright. Well,
Do they help me keep the time?
No.
gem or the amulet? I mean, you can throw a gem into a hole every like few hours, and that would help you remember that.
Nah, makes sense.
So, here's the thing. We can't let the goblins come in here and fuck with this engine, right?
No. That could be bad.
Affirmative.
Okay. So, how we get them to not to?
By telling them it's my turf now, and they can scram.
Okay. Are we
I-
gang now?
What do we?
I pull down my gun after pulling it out and say, "Oh, your idea is better," and put it back in my satchel.
What do we know about the
Is this teleporting working?
goblins?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Valerie, sorry, you asking what do you know about
Like-
the goblins?
Like their culture, or do we know anything about their culture? Like, are they superstitious by any chance? But I have, as a warden, I've ever had to deal with any of them.
Make a history
Anything
check.
that might help.
You probably wouldn't have had too much dealings with goblins, except maybe when catching some, if you're like breaking up black market shops selling scrap and things that shouldn't be smelted down. You're not too sure on their culture at all, though, unfortunately. They keep out of sight most of the time.
What do we like about them? Out of sight, out of mind.
So we're just gonna take their land from them and say this is ours now, and just tell them to fuck off.
Yes.
I mean, they can dispute it, but then they'll have to bury their friends, you know.
Okay. All right.
How
We
many
cannot-
were there? There were.
I think there are three,
there's, like,
like
7.
regular goblins, and then like the chieftain. And the one we found.
So there were two
Maybe
of
there's
them.
more.
There were 2 of them outside turning the bridge, and then there were, I think, about 5 in the room with the boss.
Yeah.
In total, not enough.
We can take them.
Who wants the amulet? Because out of
there's 3
character, I
of
don't
them.
think it will be very useful. Well, no, there's 3 gems, but there's 1 amulet,
Like,
right?
Someone should take the
Oh.
amulet and use it.
It
it's
could be
good.
Yes,
useful
someone-
for me.
Yeah. I mean,
All right,
you
you-
for some money.
We can say you won the rock paper scissors, and I'm crying.
I pulled out the garden shears.
I'm just
Like,
I'm just very very troubled by it.
I'm surprised you didn't pull out gun.
I don't have any
No.
bullets for the gun. That's not very intimidating.
No, I meant him.
Oh,
I mean, shooting your comrades is not the best way to get more work. I
Which
would,
way
but you
are we
know,
taking group in general. There's two ways to go back to the
donating.
goblins. Which way are we
I
going?
think down here, like
I think
back
that's
to
the only
the.
way.
Because someone went over here to the locked door. There's two ways to get here. It's just this door was locked at the bottom.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but
That's right.
So which
I tried to
way
open
are
it.
we taking?
They might be
I think
surprised
down.
when you get the door that's locked. So you might be able to get the drop on them.
think we go. Well, I mean, do we need to?
I feel
mean,
like we
We're
might
just.
actually
Is this
be
teleporter working
better-
again?
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't think the teleporter has been working, unless it suddenly did.
think it
I
took a
think it
look.
might be better to leave.
You couldn't figure it out.
Okay, no problem. So it's a one-way teleport at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it might be better to leave the door locked just so they
Yep.
can't
Yep.
have multiple access points to this area.
That's
All
fair.
they know of is this one way back and forth, as far as we know.
That's true. Yeah. All right.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe we can just relock all the doors. So even if they come in through a teleporter, they won't be able to come through.
well, aren't we telling them to get the fuck out? Is it?
I feel
we
like
can
that's
try.
probably the best. Because we don't want them messing with the engine.
No, we agree on that. We agree on that. Let's
You did
let's
hear
try
a
this.
scream from earlier, so they might. You activating the
Yeah.
engine might have done stuff on their
Spooked them
side
out.
as well.
Yeah, we
Well,
might
we gotta
kill
go see.
somebody, actually. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to go see what happened.
Let's go find out. We are going on an
Whee!
adventure.
I mean, if we think about it this way, they're scared of what's
Don't forget to
behind
close the
here,
doors.
and we killed it, so they might be more scared of us now.
Fair.
true.
See, all the goblins have left this room, and you can hear a whole hubbub of voices kind of from the entrance where you guys came in from. The goblins that are still here, kind of looking around this spook as you come in.
Chief went this way.
And they point out the door there. And then
Well,
they just
Like,
keep
go.
moving
This-
forward.
No, he's talking to randos.
Eventually,
We'll
I'll-
tell them that they need to leave the way that their chieftain left.
Oh,
they
true.
need to exit as well.
Yeah.
Follow
Good
the
point.
chieftain.
Go there.
I'll close the door behind us.
well, they are kind of holding the fort, so to speak. So if you are telling them to get out of there, you're going to need to make intimidation or something.
Sure. That wasn't a asking. That was a you need to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You need to leave.
And I'll say,
Oh,
yes,
Oh.
we're going to,
Oh no.
because you have cleared out and come in through that side, you're going to be having advantage on that.
Oh.
So that
That's
is
good.
fine. They will
intimidating.
kind of. Imagine some of you are covered in a bit of spider viscera, and they will duck their heads and run after the chief. All right, definitely kind of pack creatures. They hop along to the edge, and you can see now that you move out into this area that all the goblins have gathered. This strange circular platform is now glowing with blue energy, similar to how you've seen the teleport pads, but on a much larger scale.
Oh, portals. That's not good. We don't like that.
Hear the goblins muttering. Apparently, from what you can make out, one of the scouts was standing on it when it activated, and he is not there anymore. You have created a new way of death.
Another.
And this is why they should leave.
And there's more where that came from.
Another door.
I mean, at this
That's the one.
point, they are kind of really reconsidering being here at all.
Good.
I don't blame them.
They will, yeah, I think. If anyone wants to give me persuasion or intimidation, you're welcome to do so.
Sure. I'll tell them we accidentally activated the incinerator. I'm not very good at persuasions, but I'll try. There you go.
Ooh,
Hey,
very persuasive.
Right.
I guess so.
We are running low on tribe members. Let's go back to our old tunnel. Make more goblins.
All the goblins cheer.
Nice.
It's
cheer
a good
as
way
well.
to say it.
And they start.
Get
to-
Yay,
Right.
more goblins!
You can see the chief is just trying to phrase it in a way that's going to kind of make him look good still. He seems to succeed.
Give him the
Yeah.
best.
Make more goblins.
And they
There's
flow
no
out.
way to
But
make
yeah.
that sound right.
They're gone. Excellent. Is there a way to lock the door?
Nope.
Probably not.
There's no.
Well, they
the
probably won't come back
entrance
for a while.
Yeah, the entrance is no door. It just leads stairs out into the hole in the wall the goblins scavenged.
That's right. Yeah.
Hmm. We might be able to craft at some point like locks for these doors on either side so they can't access either of the rooms.
If I had some time, I might be able to back at the forge.
I mean, there's definitely
Yeah.
there's forge materials here in that strange room with all the panels where the clockwork spiders are. More than enough a workshop and everything you need here as well. There's definitely lots of work done on site. So this passage you have gone down the side here. You see a very crispy goblin burnt to a cinder in front of a statue of a
Yummy.
dwarf.
Nuts?
Ooh.
Did we do that?
That's possibly yes.
Lasers
Can I
coming
make
from
a-
eyes or something? Careful.
Can I
Like
make a
fresh
history check on
crispy
this
or-
dwarf?
A history check, you're welcome to do so. 13. I mean, there's no famous dwarf that he reminds you of. He is wearing a bit of like something you would say is similar to the Fixer's get up, but more archaic.
First
Nice.
artificer.
His drip
Is
is
the
immaculate.
goblin freshly crispied, or is he crispy for a long time?
A couple of days at least.
Okay,
Okay.
so we didn't
Not
do it.
us then.
No, not you.
Not us.
Oh, okay.
Could be us though, if you wanted.
Mm.
Just saying.
Hmm.
How do you actually
Okay,
cross like
guys.
between these?
Do we want to
Sorry.
test the new contraption?
I would suggest securing the area first before stepping into.
Is this a
another
control panel?
area.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of switches on the. Oh, sorry, there where Avery has gone. That does control the rotation over here, and a bunch of other stuff. You're sure, but they're easy enough to get all across.
Can I throw a rope to the weird blue orb? I'm assuming it's a portal. I'm gonna call it a portal until I know otherwise. Into the portal.
You can. It disappears.
When I pull it back, is it okay? Let's say it like that.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Safe enough for me. Who wants to go in?
I'll do it.
I go,
I hate
Fletcher, go!
No, not Fletcher.
Stop! Wait. Do you just go walk in, or do you like?
Instantly.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep,
I-
following Fletcher.
After you walk in, I throw a rope, hoping you would understand to tie yourself up with it. But who knows?
As you get this kind of moment of disorientation from the teleportation magic, you've been sent somewhere much further than the short-range one you just did. You're still on the ship, but you're not sure where beyond that. As you stumble into your feet echo on these cavernous walls and floors around you. You can tell you're in a very, very large room. Extremely large, like maybe even the size of kind of entire city blocks. Your friends one by one appear, and in the light, every time one of them does, you see, or you can hear in the background a kind of a goblin murmuring in fear, somewhere off to the side in the darkness. But every time the lights flash, you kind of turn around and you see what looks to be rows upon rows of people standing silently, not moving.
That's not creepy at all.
Corvex? What is that?
I love how we ask Korvax questions like they know. He's a robot. He must know.
Does it look like the same sort of suspended person as before?
No, it does not. Do you take a step closer?
Yes.
These,
Yeah.
for those of you that do, the figures start to come into closer, into starker relief here. You see row upon row of deactivated Warforged. Probably about 50 to 100 in total. All standing
I don't
silently.
think we should touch anything.
Korvax, you're not allowed to touch any of them after
Do any of
the
them-
generator incident.
Do any of them have the same, like, I guess, insignia or symbol as she does?
They all do.
There is a
Nope.
rising temptation to activate all
No.
of them.
No. I will try to stop you. I am warning you. I am very weak.
But that's
Okay.
where we're ending today's session.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys ready to fight 100 Warforges?
No, not at level 1.